8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hi, hello, and welcome to week 1 of split 2 of the Hyperlux Oversight series.
Let's go. Guys, we're Hisners Live. I'm Andrew.
And I am Juka.
And yeah, we're going to get back into it. If you saw the first split was super interesting. It came down to the wire at the end there. We had a lot of teams. We had some new teams coming in from out of the country that performed really well that we would like to see maybe come into the mix. Dark Zero was one of them for sure. And no, I'm excited to get split 2 going.
Absolutely. So the lobby's already filling up. Like Andrew said, we have 20 amazing teams that are going to be competing tonight. A couple of teams that I don't know if you guys have seen yet. There's even a team that is from the Challenger circuit. So
Yeah, tell me about that.
That's really cool. This just goes to show that we're going to hopefully highlight and showcase new talent in the Apex scene, which I know we're all excited to see. There is one team here that could not make it this week, so we had a team on standby that is, like I said, they've been performing really, really well in Challenger circuit, so I'm excited to see how they compete against the pros that are currently competing in ALGS Pro League.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting to see the challenger teams come in because they tend to dominate in the qualifiers and that type of thing. And you're like, man, who could stop these guys? And then they get into these lobbies, and it's like,
well, that's who could. Yeah, well, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see how, like I said, how the level of competition is just, it's crazy how many layers they are with this. But we're gonna go ahead and take a look at the teams really quickly, and I know you see a lot of familiar names here. I know you absolutely do, and a couple of possibly new names as well. All right. I want to see, who do you guys think are going to take home the dub tonight? Now, keep in mind, this is a qualifier. So top 10 teams from tonight's performance will get to play in the $5,000 event later this week.
Nice. I like the team lineup here. I'm looking to see who I think is going to, like I said, Dark Zero. I see him on the list. They came in late last time, and, we're low on points, obviously. So I've seen them make a surge recently in performance. I think they're getting comfortable now that they're all situated in A. So I'm looking to see Dark Zero step it up. I also I'm been watching closely Tripods. They've been also getting momentum. So those are two teams that we haven't seen in the top of the category that I'll be watching closely this series.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. There's a couple of teams on here, like I said, that just recently, the past couple of weeks, have not, their performance has not really played up to, I know, the skill level that they have. So I'm looking to see some big games out of 100 Thieves, out of Cloud9, out of Sentinels. They always do show us a good performance, and I think a couple of lineup changes to the roster with those teams too, which we'll let you guys know in just a moment on that.
Yeah, always interesting to see the teams shuffle as the seasons go on. You know, couple players here and there will feel comfortable together, and then they end up getting a new person on board. Always interesting to see if that flourishes or not.
Definitely. So we are going to have 6 games tonight. 6 games tonight, just like we do with Split 1. We're starting this all over again with Split 2. There's going to be 6 weeks in this amazing Oversight Hyperlex circuit. We are going to do 3 games on World's Edge, and we're going to do 3 games on Storm Point. I love the variety in the maps. I'm so happy that we have 2 maps for the last couple of seasons now that are competing at this high level for ALGS and for other high-end competitive tournaments. And I say this all the time. I personally am a fan of Storm Point over World's Edge. I think it's so fun. I think the POIs, the map being a little bit bigger, it's super spread out. We see a lot less third parties in fair fights, and I love a fair fight.
I was hoping the Broken Moon would come into the mix as well. I think it'd be so cool to have 2-2-2 on tournament day, have 3 different maps. Well, I still love World's Edge, and I feel like Broken Moon is pretty close to being viable. I think I would say just throw it into the mix for now. I know the teams aren't super comfortable on it yet. The new zipline system probably isn't something that's loved. There's a little more RNG in ranked or in professional lobbies too if you're playing on Broken Moon that isn't there with Stormpoint. But I don't know. I think a third map would be so cool to have 2-2-2 for the format.
You have to have some momentum going into that. I feel like it would be hard, but all right, Andrew, we're already dropping into the map in game 1. And look at this beautiful view. Seems so calm, doesn't it?
Does. I hear the waves crashing, and I know the teams have a very high pulse right now, so it's very calm for us, but I know it's pretty intense, pretty intense for them at the moment.
And I am really excited that we're starting on Storm Point. That is a welcome surprise. And also, you guys know, always put that north down there, the lightning rod area. See what comp these teams are running. Sentinels recently has been running interesting comp on both World's Edge and Storm Point. Another team here, you can see Dark Zero did do a little bit more of a split landing. Sometimes we have big wave with 50, as well as barometer. We have seen a couple of teams as barometer.
C9. C9's often getting contested there, right near that IMC.
Yes, and we are dropping into the mill.
The mill. Who do we have here? I see Stink. I see. All right. Are they landing? They're not. No, they're gonna go for it. They're gonna go for it. No, they're gonna back it up.
Great shields on Team Rack, as you can see already. A purple and 2 blues. I cannot imagine that the other team has the same level of loot.
All right, we've got Impulse. We've got the Volt and the R9. If I get a Volt and R9, I'm definitely gonna send it. Blue armors, double blues and a purple. I don't see how Rack loses this fight.
Wow, Andrew, can we talk about the loot drop there? Did you see how many shields, high-end shields were there? 5 of the 6 players there have better than a white shield.
Yes, right, here we go. That is some flatty destruction right there. That is an actual laser beam. Big card for Team SO here. And we're going to go in right now. They're going to try to push on this, but it does look like we're going to have a reset on the board.
Yeah, both of these teams playing it kind of safe. You know, this team here holding high ground. Holding it. Who do they want to leave? I think they're going to... No way they're going to be able to run up that hill safely. Looks like they're turning around, changing their mind, and wanting to take this fight. This could be a fair fight. There are no teams in the immediate area. They do need to be careful. You can see OXG is not too far behind them. And you know what? They're going to smoke and run away.
Pretty smart. I think if a fight doesn't immediately, I'll give it like 30, 45 seconds. If there's not a lot happening, you're going to get third party. You saw OXG pulling up behind them. And yeah, I like the idea of getting out of there right there.
Okay, 20 teams, 60 players still alive and well. All right, let's take a look into C9 as we move into Antenna.
Where did C9 land?
9, Zach without a shield right now at the moment, looking to probably grab a quick swap. You can see by the zone, the map in your top left-hand corner, you can see that it is already pulling this direction. C9, not a team that normally plays zone, so I'm anxious to see if they're changing a little bit of their play style to possibly get into zone, get into position a little bit earlier. It's so funny. We'll see teams that play zone early on Storm Point play edge on World's Edge and vice versa. I feel like not that many teams have been doing both, but recently, teams like Furia have just made that playing hard edge so I guess, attractive that a lot of teams are doing that now. And Andrew, I see a Catalyst wall. Let's go.
Bringing her in. There looks like, you can see about 5 different teams Valculting into the area. They're going to be trying to get to that no name with the building that we were just looking at. And yeah, a lot of teams jockeying for position. This is basically going to be the end zone, according to all 5 teams that are already here. Bangalore in action today. We're going to see a lot of Bangalores we've seen recently. And let's go. We got E8 in the house. The Wingman car loadout. That is the roller god mode loadout right there. Presley about to show us the juice.
All right, we still don't have any death in this first game here. It is starting out to be an extremely sweaty qualifier. Now, keep in mind, top 10 teams do qualify tonight. So, bragging rights, bonus points for that first place finish tonight, but it really doesn't matter. You just want to be in the top half of the lobby so you can play in the $5,000 event later this week.
Oh, E8 with the Rampart and the Loba flexing the off-meta comp. I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to see it. And they're in a really good spot for that. The low ground having the walls with Rampart there, you saw throwing them up. And you saw Sang Lion and the boys, they're going to go ahead and back up, go back to the juicer and negotiate the next move.
I cannot believe we still don't have any death. You can see 100 Thieves here taking some shots from across the way. We do have another team that's still already up there. That is going to be Team Tripods on the far left-hand side of your screen. You can see Nick and Deeds up on height, rocking the charge rifle, the best gun that you can have if you're going to hold one of these sniper towers. It is a shield upgrade gun.
Man, how do you feel when you land on that? When you have a charge rifle and you're on top of the world and you're just leveling armors? It's one of the best times in Apex. You're in a private lobby with a charge rifle. It's
one of the best times if the charge rifle's in your hand, and it's one of the most annoying games in the world if you're on the receiving end of that.
Leveling the shields up. Tripod's in a really good spot as well. I'm not sure the zone's going to pull there, though, but they might be able to get some kills. All right, we got some interesting...
I think that this could potentially be our first real fight of game 1. Taking a look at this here, you can see all blue shields on both teams here. A Catalyst again, Andrew. I really, really love. Oh my goodness, no foul on this team. No foul at all. Super rare.
Crypto. We got Cryptos, Bangs, Ramparts, Lobas. I am really excited to see this. They don't even have a seer on them. Imagine. They are going full off meta here. Come on.
Let's see if it can pay off.
Sang, we've played a lot with Sang before. I might be a little bit partial on this fight here. Come on, Sang. I'm going to see something out of you, man. They're going to hold it down. It's really tough to push a building. It's pretty intimidating to push into a Catalyst. You know the doors are going to be always an issue, and then running through the goop is definitely not a fun time either. So, that's a pretty tricky situation. They're going to go ahead and reseal the door there, I bet.
Okay, we're moving over to another side of the map. It looks like we do finally have CLG taking a bit of a fight here, too. You can see Nino super split from his team. Very low health, taking zone damage at this time. This is very risky, and I'm anxious to see a couple of Catalysts in the lobby.
Nano getting the first knock that I've seen in a minute. With the they're going to go ahead and I think CLG takes this fight here. Yeah, and out goes Rack. Really good fight from CLG. CLG is one of the best close range fighting teams. I don't see CLG lose many fights. Once you get in a building with them, it's normally lights out. CLG has the close range fights under wraps.
I feel like CLG is one of the teams that has the most experience fighting early game as well. They are almost always landing in a contested spot. So they've been fighting for their position. So that team is well oiled and ready to fight. Taking a look to another side here, we have Season here. Hakulo with just a sliver of health. Trying to cover for him. I don't know if they're going to be able to. As you can see, we did lose Plane right there.
And Hakulo down.
And Hakulo. It is a 3v1. And they found him. Yeah. Rampage. Team out. Team season out.
Season good night. So we're down 2 teams now. Team SO, this is one of our newer teams here in the series. And we'll have to be keeping a close eye on them. A lot of challenger teams been putting in serious work. So you'll look for some results out of them. That zone is definitely, what are we looking at here?
Looking good for Dark Zero, though. Look at where they are right now on the map. I love where they are. You can also see FaZe rotating in. FaZe is going to probably meet face-to-face against E8, but E8 is also going to have to, as we have a bit of a cluster here. And these two teams are finally fighting. They are finally fighting. The Catalyst doors have been knocked down. They're going in.
Catalyst doors still up.
Are we, no, you know what? This is going to be the fight of game 1 that we're going to talk about.
Hey, you know what I see here? I see the Crypto has the ult. So once we see that Crypto ult go down is when we're really going to start this fight. I don't imagine the Crypto holds the ult. Both teams have a Crypto here. When's the last time we've seen 2 Cryptos fighting each other in one of these?
It is pretty rare because usually there's only 2 Cryptos in the entire map.
Yeah,
so
literally.
It's exciting that they're actually going head-to-head against each other here.
They don't look very interested in taking this. I don't see how you...
Oh, you know what? Kind of hold still
party.
for a second and see if there's anyone near. And guess what? There absolutely is. And this is
That's
not
SO.
going
That's
to be
SO.
good for
They
them.
get a knock, and I don't think they know about in the other building. Yeah, and they're going to not good. Most of them will probably be cleaned up by... Yeah, here we go. Like I said, this third party is going to be unstoppable. SO did not know about the other team in the building. They got the knock, and that's unfortunate for them because they would have probably won the fight if there wasn't 2 teams here.
That's Apex for you. 3 teams in the area. You want to be the last team to fight out of those 3, and you know here, nice advantage, and SO will go out right there. Looks like Zach Laser also just got knocked as well. Okay, taking a look at OXG here. Having height with the Horizon. A lot of teams still rocking Horizon. Andrew, look at this comp. Another one without a Valve. Multiple
No Seer.
I know.
Is this maybe these guys have some secret information that we don't? Is Seer getting
You know what? I think they've been watching some of the APAC, the Apex, and seeing different comps. And I love that it's transferring over here to NA Apex.
Yeah, let's be honest. I mean, Seer might get an adjustment at some point. These teams probably just getting ready for that potentially. I used to see 20 Seers in a lobby, hands down. So the fact that we're not seeing it is pretty interesting. Also, Crypto is a counter to Seer. Crypto's ult not only cracks the shields on your enemies, but it also will kill the Seer ult. So yeah, Crypto probably a good counter to Seer. And if there's a bunch of Cryptos in a lobby, then it does actually nerf Seer. So you love to see that. Instead of everyone running Seer, we're actually looking at some counters for Seer, and I love that. Actually, it's gonna make these games way more healthy.
Okay. So we're looking back here. We have a couple of teams in this area. You can see FaZe holding that little small building to your right. Another team playing underneath. Another team in the building to the far left. A lot of Watson fences. Looks like a Watson was on each and every single team right there.
That's a tough pull there. All the teams in that no-name building that we were just looking at, not safe for next zone. Tripods up on the tower that we saw with the charge rifle, not safe for next zone. Actually, the only team that's even close is Dark Zero. So all these teams on the peripherals are gonna have some big. Everyone's gonna start fighting over here. This no-name right now. Nothing like things fearless down. This is the last. Near FaZe, nice goal out of FaZe there, and that's going to be probably their first 3 kills of the game. But now they're going to stop from the third party. They're going to try to get back into this building, and it does look like they can recover here. That was a quick
FaZe just did a good job there of not taking much damage, quickly getting their kills and retreating back, not even giving free agents a moment to capitalize on that fight.
That the beauty of Crypto. You saw the Crypto ult go off. And the fight, once you Crypto ult the team, it disorients them. It also cracks their shields for 50. So they immediately were able to push in. The other team, the team underneath that they cracked, probably were trying to hit batteries or cells. Completely no sound when you're hitting the heals. The heals are very loud. So yeah, that's a really good fast strategy. If you're a well-oiled team like that, Crypto can just roll up on you and do serious damage. That phase just wiped that team out.
Okay, here they come, rolling up the whole variety of ults. Like I said, that we're not really used to seeing in competitive Apex. We see the bang ult, we see the wall right there, and I think right here is Healer revving up, as well as a charged Rampage. This is like a different game, a different season that I am watching right now, and I am so all for it. Look at all of the squabbles there as well. Looking good indeed. Okay, so we are going ahead here.
All right, here we go.
EA playing really, really tight together.
Yeah, EA, this is their position the whole time. We saw them earlier with the Rampart walls. They are getting pressured. The Rampart's actually paying off future, and they are going to hold a hard corner there with the ADS. They're all EA's playing super close together. Notice this. They're moving one brain right now. This is one brain. No one's getting angles. No one's doing anything tricky. It's playing within 3 feet of each other. It's pretty cool tactic here. If they do catch anybody, yeah, both teams, you see that. No one's trying to get angles. This is a strategy for sure.
I like this. Okay, here we go with another crypto ult. Another crypto ult going in right now.
That's an LE in a full push. The Rampart going off.
Alright. Horizon ult in. You can see both of the remaining players they are getting pulled from that as they're having to rotate around. CLG with the zone pushing in. Sentinels, not too much Sentinels yet this evening. Pushing in are going to have to fight CLG. It's going to be a 3v3. I saw there was one rat up there. This is Sliver of Health, but it's very low. Dimmy down! Dimmy down. They're actually getting shot. Yes, that was Slurp that got the knock right there.
Now Sentinels not running. Wait.
Sentinels are running Seer here. Yes.
No. I was gonna say not running Revenant.
No.
That has been the go-to. We have Crust. We have a new lineup from Sentinels as well.
We do. I'm excited to see this.
Yeah, Lou is out, and we have a new feel as well without the Revenant. So we're going to have to keep a close eye on that and see how Sentinels actually end up performing here. They are going to pull off.
Looks good. All right, Sentinels with the ultimate cleanup right there. Andrew looking good. 10 teams left. Sentinels triple red shields on them. They're looking strong. That would be amazing for them to get some points. All right, Andrew, Tripods are still in the same area here, as you can see. Zero is down. Tripods have dropped off of their high ground area as they are now going to be pushed down, caught out a little bit low there, but Deeds had his back. No worries at all. Got the knock. Going to push him up. Try to finish this fight here.
Jit, at this range, you don't want to mess with. You saw that flat line. You saw the crouch spam.
Bots are out. Bots are out. Looking good for Tripods. 100 Thieves not far behind them. We'll see if they have to go head-to-head against each other here very soon.
So we saw the zone's going to pull out into the opening, so Tripod's actually going to be really nice for them. 100 Thieves, let's go. Haven't seen much 100 Thieves today. You can see he only has 100 damage here out of Onmu. Onmu, an absolute demon. We have the pleasure to play with Onmu quite often. And yeah, absolute beast. It looks like Tripod's going to try to push into the center here. Dark Zero getting ulted. Deep might go down here. Curtis of the Horizon ult.
And that grenade, they're getting him down to only about 10 health. Look at these grenades.
Wow, extremely lucky to be alive there.
All right, 2 players on Dark Zero.
Sharky, the last one up, and there's no shot to work out. Sharky go down. Tripods have to watch out for 100 Thieves. 100 Thieves is right behind them, potentially. But no, Tripod's looking sturdy.
Tripods taking out Dark Zero. Yes. You did just see that.
Yeah, that's all the shots. Tripods. All these teams are not safe. Actually, that's here. This is a complete mosh pit. It's extremely hard for teams to live. Yeah. Maybe, FaZe has the best team. It does clean up all the kills. Yeah, FaZe was the lucky winner there. The zone pulled towards them, and they had the only position in zone. So positioning And we have 4 teams up here.
Yeah, I'm really liking where OXG is right now, though. OXG and Tripods are going to be looking at each other as well as FaZe and 100 Thieves. This could be a game where we have 4 teams up, 2 separate fights.
Oh, here we go. The crypto
So
ult's coming
many
in.
cryptos.
And this is going to put a big dent in 100 Thieves. They're trying to hold the inside of that area. For the Watson ult, they shoot that wall for about 20,000 damage. Bullets. And snipe down. Yeah, gonna go ahead and back it up. 100 Thieves does make the recovery after that crypto wall. And 100 Thieves gonna push. He's gonna push up on him. Oh, and someone's caught out. Yeah. Whoa, can we kill that guy? Is there any chance?
And this is why I love seeing Newcastle. Newcastle with a gold knockdown
right.
shield. Andrew trying to about 750 damage. So you might as well just not shoot through this. You can move around and get behind them, but you know what? We have care package gun versus care package gun here. Which one is the superior of the two? Might have to go check on that.
Really nice. Really nice fight out of FaZe there. 100 Thieves, super sturdy team and really confident fighting. So FaZe was able to make that crypto ult actually pay off there. Even with the Newcastle with a gold shield, FaZe goes through. Tripods, they're not in a great spot. This rock that they're sitting on is definitely not safe.
You know what? But they've got to feel pretty dang
there
good
a
about
foul?
a third place
A foul?
finish so far. Top 3.
Is this foul multiple?
I don't think
What do they
you
do there?
that.
They
I don't
have
think
teams
you
on
do
both
that.
sides.
Yeah, I don't think you do that here. Crypto all going down. FaZe is just looking fine in the game. If they're just going to shoot down the they lost Alvin the What? How? Sniped on the only player left for FaZe. I thought they were going to win.
OXG was actually pressuring FaZe in the back, so yeah, unfortunate. I think FaZe was forced to push in there. OXG is going to go ahead and set up both of these teams. OXG was positioned. They're going to win the whole game. You saw Tripods was stuck on the low ground, had to be pushed by FaZe, and then that was the perfect opportunity for OXG to come in the backside and just clean up both teams.
What a good game. OXG, well played. Congratulations and GG.
We didn't see much out of OXG. They just had really nice zone positioning there. Oh, man.
What a good game. What a great game. Guys, I've seen a couple of comments in chat about audio. We will work on trying to get that fixed. This tournament's a little different than some of the ones that we've done in the past, but we want to say thank you so much. We are working really closely with actually an entire team of people to step up the production and to continue these Oversight Hyperlux series. Do want to say thank you again, Hyperlux, so very much. These have been an honor to work on. I'm excited to see what the future holds for Hyperlux involvement with Apex. But what a good game. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break, and we'll be right back. Hello and welcome back. We just wrapped up game one. Hopefully, we are sounding much better. Thank you guys so very much.
Oh, I don't know what I just witnessed. I was not expecting the players to all run crypto. Watson and Rampart and Loba and
It was such a variety. I can't wait to see the graph that shows what legends are being played because this was the most diversity I've ever seen, ever from the pros. I'm all for it.
I don't know. I don't think there was a gentleman's agreement, but yeah, it's this 100% used to be only Seer Valk. That's what we saw from everybody, and then the third was a little bit of a rotate. But I saw even some Gibbies.
Yeah, I think I saw as many crypto
Oh,
ults
brother.
as I did Seer ults, which was kind of refreshing to see.
Yeah, really cool zone there. I like how it played out. Only a couple teams left. Like we saw OXG at the end there. Easy cleanup for them. That's all positioning. That's a little bit of
100%.
zone. That's a little bit of zone luck, I guess. You know, just like any BR you play. Sometimes if you're on that edge and the zone pulls towards you, you know, you just get to watch the teams walk in and get mangled.
Yeah, don't worry, guys. If you just tuned in, you only missed one game so far. Just one game. We have 5 more amazing games for you. We're starting out tonight's tournament on Storm Point. So we have 2 games left on Storm Point before we move over to 3 games on World's Edge. And this is a qualifier. Later this week, there's going to be a $5,000 event. This is week 1 of Split 2 of a 6-week-long series. So I don't know if you guys were able to tune in to the last ones that we did, but we had 6 amazing weeks and a huge playoff. It was a ton of fun. That was Split 1. We have re-signed with Hyperlux. So this is just the very first qualifier of the very first week of Split 2. Top 10 teams will get to play in the $5,000 event later this week.
Yeah, I love the mix up. I'm looking forward to the whole series and even some catalysts involved. We got some new legends. We have some new teams involved, and yeah, we had Dark Zero and Tripods. Those are the teams I was watching today, and I'm looking forward to seeing how they do for the rest of the 5 games that we have left.
Yeah, so it was Tripods, I believe, taking out Dark Zero in that fight earlier. Again, Tripods having a great game, FaZe as well having a great game, and OXG. So we'll get the scores up to you guys in just a moment. We're getting the lobby set for game 2 as we speak. The players are getting ready, and we'll get right into it in just a minute.
What composition would you run based on what you just witnessed? What'd you do?
I think that 100 Thieves comp is looking mighty good and mighty sturdy, mighty safe. They were one of the teams that were still going back to running the Newcastle and the Watson, and I like those 2 legends together. I really like Newcastle Watson together. They were doing that a couple of weeks ago. They stepped away from it, and now they're back to using those 2 legends, and I think 100 Thieves was one of the first teams to do that, and I'm anxious to see how they perform tonight with those legends.
They went straight up against the crypto. They lost. They even had the gold res Newcastle. We know 100 Thieves doesn't miss their shots, although whoever they were shooting at was apparently... Did you see when they were fighting the guy on the rock and they couldn't quite kill him? But I don't know. We'll have to keep an eye on that. I saw several times during that game, crypto hit him with an ult, and then the fight would end within 20 seconds. So
that's what I'm saying. I saw as many crypto ults as I saw Seer ults, which I have never seen that before.
That's a massive Seer nerf. The fact that there's gonna be let's say you're running Seer, okay, and you know there's gonna be 8 cryptos in the lobby, and so whenever you throw down a Seer ult, you know there's gonna be a crypto ult coming in to kill your Seer ult within 3 seconds. I think you would maybe start thinking that's probably what's going on here.
Yeah,
that's what's going on here. They've seen the other tournaments recently, and there's been this big shakeup in the meta. So I don't know.
Making Bloodhound look mighty good, and we did see a couple of teams rocking Bloodhound instead of the Seer there. But yeah, Bloodhound, nothing stopping that Bloodhound ult. So I see the appeal to that. I definitely do. I know you've always been a Bloodhound fan over a Seer, personally. Kind of sick of the Seer meta, indeed. But I think that, yeah, like I said, this was the most diverse we've ever seen. And we're going to jump right into game 2. I think you can see the scores in chat. Probably the scores will be in chat. And we will go ahead and diverse legend stuff. And E8 Rampart. Rocking the Rampart indeed. Okay, it looks like this zone is going to be pulling a little bit more central or north. We know that we're going to have a contested mill. We'll probably check that out.
Yeah.
A lot of fights spaced out.
Keep in mind the fact that we saw the zones pulling North Pad team's getting a huge advantage right from the rip. They're going to be able to land, get looted up, and get really good zone positioning because it's pulling towards them. The teams that land at Fish Farm are going to be minutes behind on looting, rotation, everything. So teams on the south side of the map at a major disadvantage right now just based off the zone pool. So always interesting to consider that.
Okay,
and the way the dropship is flying in. That's the key here.
Did you see the north side of the map? I don't know if my eyes were lying to me, but it looked like two teams were right on top of each other up there. But we're going to go ahead where we know we're going to Team Rack again.
Hey.
Not as good shields. Oh, never mind. I spoke
Blue armor 301.
Okay.
301 flat, but this is the best loot I've ever seen in my life on drop. How come this doesn't happen for me?
Okay. This is looking mighty good for Team Rack. Purple and double. I'm telling you, this is just Mill, Andrew. Look at all of them. All of them.
Mill is stacked.
And
they're in-game ready right now.
They are.
Rack does take the roof, and they're going to push out. I mean, was it SO that was in there with me?
That's absolutely was. Rack is very here. Going to grab height. Oh, down.
360. Oh, all right.
Going for it. Yo, warm up. There we go. There we go, Sync. Okay.
Hey, represent. Let's go, baby. Sync, one of the only players on MK on that team, and does make that Sentinel look really good. Those were some nice flicks out of the Sentinel. Oh, and he's finishing him off with a headshot in the back of the head with the Sentinel there. That is savage. Team Rack can run out there. We have, look at this zone pulling directly to Mill, so they're going to be hanging out, chilling. No other teams in danger here.
The drama that I possibly saw on the north side of the map was Dark Zero and Sentinels right on top of each other, but as you can see now, they are completely spread out. They're totally fine. It must have just been them flying low right over them. And C9 already rotating in and might catch the team in Jurassic Park. C9 might have a sneaky attack. It looks like we do still have the solo on that one team that wants to try to possibly grab Banner. And here we go, C9. I saw them rotating in. But
yeah, they're just, I think it looks like they're just going for the hard rotate, maybe even the beacon scan here. Probably just going for zone knowledge here. And with 20 squads up, I don't think you want to take a fight in Jurassic Park. There's so many ways that you're going to get third party, and also the team that was near that. Look at that, already a third party here. They just knew that this was going to be the place to fight. C9 needs to be careful. That does look like several teams now rotating in. C9 is going to be in a bit of a pickle. Trying to run up the hill, going to probably get shot in the back a bit. And yeah, their low ball is just getting used, and their scan. Yeah, I just got bullied. C9 just got bullied hard.
Okay. Again, this is one of our newer teams that we're super excited to watch them compete tonight. We are on game 2 right now. We're playing 6 games tonight. Again, guys, this is a qualifier. Top 10 teams tonight. We'll get to play later this week in the $5,000 event. It will be broadcasted here on Hyperlux channel. All right, it looks like we have a couple of fights as we're going to zoom in here and see the winners of last game. Okay, what do the winners of last game do?
They get a good spot in zone and just keep winning.
Okay. You think we could possibly see a back-to-back? Sharing the gold helmets. They have gold helmets, purple helmets. Man, they are kitted.
Heirlooms as well. Pay to win. Looking good out here. Where are we going?
Going to get probably a little bit of information, possibly check and see what loot is nearby. Yeah, really. Looking through the windows like that. Hey. It's kind of funny. Yeah, you guys can do exclamation point now in chat if you want to see
turn that ship around. 100 Thieves gonna go ahead and not fly over where they were heading. Back over to safety on top of that ridge. Mill's gonna be contested. Does look like several teams interested in making Mill their home. All right, SMLE in the house. Tank leading the charge. They had a really good first game as far as their fights were going. Gonna go ahead and seal up the door. We have Bangalore Crypto Catalyst. It's just not a comp that I would expect to see. These guys know everything about Apex, and they know more than I do, because this would not be even one of my top.
Right, so hold down. Eva's hitting. OXG, winners of game 1 going through right now, only down to 2 players.
That's going to be tough to push up that staircase. There's a massive up there. It's going to be a 2v3, and OXG, yeah, everybody in the building, they're going to have leads, and Protectful getting a little bit of a swap there.
They do not have any movement. I know that with
There's
that
nothing they can
Crypto, one
There's
of
a
his
Watson
great
with a gym.
abilities is that Crypto can pretty easily grab heroes for the team, do that insta res, but they're gonna
Smart.
just hop in the Trident and dip. Again,
Yeah.
they can try to get it with the Crypto drone if they haven't already grabbed that banner.
Yeah, once you
They
see,
did get it already. Easy peasy. Oh, they'll be fine.
once you see a Watson or a Caustic in a building, if it's a 2v3 especially, you just really need to make the decision to not fight that. That was smart. I don't know why Protectful got out of the car. Protectful is on foot, throwing bracelets. The Kraber is in play. First Kraber we're going to see today, and they're going to get the res, definitely, because there are tons of res opportunities outside of the zone with all the teams pulling into that final zone. If you can get the banner early game, you could definitely get a good reset in these lobbies. That's definitely looking good for OXG. I'm not sure what the plan is here. They go and hop back in the whip, and they're probably just going to keep heading out of zone to find a safe area to reset. Seen this happen a bunch. Okay. Okay. Dark Zero, you can see him playing super split. They're trying to hold down this entire area. They think this might be... Well, they're either going for a gatekeep here, or they think this is where the zone's pulling. So you see him with that big split there, trying to figure out an opportunity. BRD. They're gonna go ahead and Valkyl right in. Ooh, bots at the IMC. All right, Stomp's gonna clutch it up for the team. We're about to see it.
Look at the health on both players here.
And that is Stomp clutching big with the Eva, barely getting the med kit off too. So first squad eliminated. We're 19 squads up still. Solid clutch at the IMC.
Need to be careful, as you know, the Storm is the #1 killer in Apex. I know we have a lobby full of pros, but it seems to be that the Storm is the #1 killer at times. Taking a look at the overall map here, you can see how far out they are in the bottom right-hand side of your screen. E8 also could be potentially gate kept by OXG on the north side of the map. Another team just doing a little bit of IMC action, getting that good loot. And that huge, this is an interesting zone. I kind of like where this one's pulling. You'll see that there's going to be 2 major clusters of fights as this next zone closes. There's going to be teams on the side of that big rock, and then a cluster of fights on the south side of that rock. Most of the fights will be split that way.
One team I'm watching here is Sentinels. They do have a new roster today. They're running a new comp, and they also have a new team roster. So when you switch that up, you really are looking for immediate gratification. You don't want to finish 20th if you're them. You're going to start instantly regretting any decisions about that. So Sentinel's definitely looking to make a big performance today.
All right. There we go. Taking a look at FaZe. As you guys know, FaZe with a top 3 position, top 3 performance from that last game here. Probably feeling pretty good. Sentinels rotating up on that high ground, all triple reds on them, maybe looking to take a fight on with 100 Thieves.
Possibly 100 Thieves crafting. Sentinels not looking for a fight. They're very far out of zone. Either looking for edge fights. They do have an edge comp. They have the Horizon. It looks like they're going to run face to face with E8 here. I would not want to be E8 on low ground, and Sentinels has a Horizon. So, yeah. The Rampart, definitely not going to be any type of match for Horizon. The E8 is beat on composition right now. Horizon, they are going to back up a little bit. E8 might have helped them out. Coach definitely not connecting from the G7. Mercy gonna climb in.
That looks like my E8 shot, or E7 shot, sorry. G7, oh my goodness. I called it an E8 and a E7 there. Forgot
I like
the name
this
of
play
the gun.
here. If I see a horizon and I don't have a horizon, I'm gonna get the hell out. So that's smart. They're gonna just go ahead and valve over top of that.
Right, they're gonna have to fly over 100 Thieves, and I believe it was FaZe that was right there as well. C9 rotating in. C9, I want to see them have a big game. I really want to see them have a big game. They've not, from the other Oversight events that we've run with them, not having the best performance. So I know that they have it within them to have a huge game. Guys, keep in mind, 10 teams have already qualified for this. They're going to be played later this week based off of their performance in previous events. We have a lot of new teams.
Oh, PLG.
I like it. And do you see the catalyst? The dew covering areas of the rock, the potential climb up areas.
All right, so CLG gonna be in a pretty nice position as the zone pulls, and they are gonna be safe for next zone. Mill looking like it's gonna be a really nice spot here.
We have 19 teams up. We have 19 teams up, and I cannot believe it.
All right, let's go here. 19 squads, everybody playing it by the book. Very angry there. All right, here we go. Up, and yeah, they might catch him out in the back here. South ult goes down to the damage though. Here's that G7 again. Come on, we need a shot. All right, we gonna hit that. It's not looking good. Fox is gonna come in here and clean EF right now. And E8 is dust. Second team out on the night.
Kill leader going to Team Bots though. They might have to change their name, Andrew. What do you think?
I mean, I like the team name Bots because you have no expectations, you know?
I mean, it kind of reminds me of 100 Thieves before they were Kungarna, but do you remember their name before that, Andrew? I think it was Bottom 20. As they got signed and ended up winning. I like it. You know, go with the underdog name and just, you know, hit them with the overall dub. Anti-ego. I love it. I would say humility. Absolutely. Okay, CLG is probably going to have a fight up here as well as Sentinels up on the north side of the map. And we're going to have a lot of fights as this next zone closes. And these teams, especially so far north, are going to be forced to fight each other.
Yeah, Sentinel's looking for some KP up on the north there. I would assume they take this fight. They probably know, well, it looks like there's a couple third party potentially near them, so that's not really a safe fight in the end. We have to see FaZe getting rinsed right now.
Oh,
out.
FaZe out to the hands of
Season doing the work. Hakulo did get thirsted during that fight. But yeah, Season, that's a nice win out of them. FaZe is not an easy team to 3v3, and they had a nice one at the bridge there. Hakulo going down, but I bet Hakulo put in about 700 damage because Hakulo is an absolute monster. But
Hakulo is one of my favorite players to watch, and I've seen him just have some huge wow pop-off moments, as you can see.
Oh, Kenny's about to get ambushed over there. Kenny, I'm looking at the health bar. Kenny, look at the health bar. Oh, snap. Kenny's probably dead. The juke is happening, but I think Kenny is a goner here.
Hey, don't count him out. Valve has superior movement, being able to do some little air strafing, and look at that. Lives for at least another couple of seconds here.
Yeah, Kenny's a survivor. Sorry. My bad, Kenny. That's my bad. I don't know. I'd have probably been dead there. No, I'd have probably actually lived there. I'm pretty good at living. All right, here we go. 100 Thieves moving in. Dark Zero in a fight already. 100 Thieves going to pull in for the third party. Coming in the back door. FBI, open up. 100 Thieves is here. Boom. Yeah, and that looks like Dark Zero is going to get the brunt of this right here. Dark Zero once again getting third-partied in a game. 100 Thieves. Dropping the hammer. And it looks like, I don't know if they're going to continue to push here.
C9 also eliminated in the kill feed as you saw them go down there. This is not their game. Maybe World's Edge will provide a little better. Jen Burton and Zero, look how split they are.
Not looking healthy down there.
No, but you can see 100 Thieves was looking for them, though. But they're going to just make a home in that building. Taking a look at Luda.
Where? What?
Running in with Zone here.
Luda, is this a...
Oh, Luda might be solo.
What's happening here?
Luda might be solo.
Luda looking lost out here. All right. A couple teams in the buildings holding this down. Does look like... There are
Yes,
6
this
people in that
is.
building. Damn. All right.
Look at this double seer ults, Andrew. See what I'm talking about here? You said
That's
you
crypto.
cracked me, I
That's
cracked
crypto,
you.
man.
Or excuse me, crypto. Yes.
You're just programmed to say seer at this point, but that
I
was
am.
crypto, dude.
That was the double cryptos right there.
Oh
Dark
boy,
Zero,
Dark Zero out.
the remainder of the team did end up going down right there. You can see here. One of the things they need to kill the PvE on the map. All 3 players huddled together, going to try to get the res on their 3rd person right there.
Very nice, very nice.
They're going to be able to do that because there's 2 teams across the way. So everyone else is a little bit distracted.
Yeah,
And they will be able to get a
There's 3
reset.
teams in this building.
Andrew, that was
Yo,
another
OXG
crypto.
just got... Wait. This is Team Smiley dropping down. Smiley going to hold the staircase, and this is actually looking really good for Smiley. I think they're just going to be able to roll in here, take a lot of free kills here. No! Immediately getting destroyed. Protectful, the last one up on the team. Protectful just totally dunked on whoever that was. Yeah, Hill just got murdered in the stairwell, and another team's coming in for the 15th party. It does look like Smiley might be up against it here. No, they get a little bit of a reset. FA does get to come in from the side building and is enjoying the loot.
All right, 8 squads up. 8 squads up. I can't believe how many charge rampages I've been hearing too
Here
as
we
well. We're going
go,
to get a
man.
couple of
Back
good,
in.
massive shots here. Trying to hit the grenade there, but that pylon's going to eat most of those grenades up. A little too close to that to even throw it. Getting the other teammate up on Team Free Agents.
Oh boy.
But again, no door, no one is safe. As they're going to poke in that window right there. And CLG, one of the more well-oiled teams in a fight, not looking like they're going to win this one here. Nano trying to hit this bat. Can he go in and clutch up for the team? A lot of damage, but it is not going to be enough. And guess who else is coming in here? It is now Rack with only a player left.
Yeah.
Trying to hit the res, getting the thirst on one of the teammates here. Free Agents doing a really good job of holding this building.
That's kind of crazy. There's that many teams fighting dead center and end zone. You normally see a little bit more passive play out of these guys. So they are going after it. This new comp does allow for a bit of aggression. Yeah, this window is being abused right now. Aiden the Destroyer. BRD down a man. And it does look like the 2 rollers are still alive. You would think Vayne on the M&K might have been able to do a little juking and jiving. Come on, Vayne.
Okay, BRD. Gonna try to hold off the team right above them. It is a 3v2 situation here.
I don't know. I don't see how this goes well. They're going to try to push up the stairwell as a duo, and there's 3 people standing on top of it. I think they might need to look elsewhere. Maybe hit a Valkyrie and get the hell out, or just try to hold it downstairs.
Look at this zone, though. Where do you go, Andrew? They're in the spot. That's why there's so much action. That's why there's so many death boxes here. This is where you want to be. This is the place to be. This is final zone.
Hey, we got Smiley still holding down the building, was able to get a full reset over there with Sang. And it looks like Reeds and Aiden might go back and play the back rock, but it does look like Bowser's going to have an angle at the bridge, so it's going to be a pretty spicy ending here. These 2 buildings are definitely the place to be. 6 squads left. Free Agents, Saucer, Oxy, Sorcerer?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
they've been doing a really good job, like we said, holding this here. BRD going to have to carry on. It's just a duo here. Only 6 teams left, 15 players.
If you were the team in the building, would you just stomp these 2? I wonder why they need to get rid of those 2. They need to get rid of those 2 players.
No, I would not. If I was the team in the building, I would stay in that building.
Those two players are going to be griefing them constantly though if they try to move out. So look, they might be getting spicy over there. I would not be surprised if they try to eliminate those 2 below them.
Okay, there is a Kraber in play in the hands of Sang. I can't think of a better person in this lobby to honestly have a Kraber.
Let's go.
Might need to talk to him about reskinning that, though. See if he can pick off. There is a team across the way, right over there. So that is a good place for him to be looking to try to punish them and capitalize on a knock, because they will not be able to get a res if he does get a knock right there.
Looking interested to show off the aim training here. Does look like they have really good zone positioning. I wonder if... I think Sang's going to have some free shots as these teams have to move across the water at some point. I don't know exactly if the zone's doing that right now, but at some point soon, Sang is going to get some free shots, and this should be a... Oh, yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
And
There
Body
it is.
shot, player down. Can we get another
Oh,
one?
brother.
Absolutely in the face. I told you, Kraber in the hands
There
of
he is.
Sang.
Yes.
Sang is someone, like I said, Andrew
Yes,
and I have had
sir.
the opportunity to play with him quite a bit, and he is just an absolute legend. I'm so happy to see that his team has made Pro League. They're playing exceptionally well, and
Easy.
I've loved to see their journey over the last year in Apex. Great Kraber shots out of Sang.
Making every single one of those shots count, getting the KP for the team. They're in a really good spot, too. Does look like we have 4 teams up now. Was that BRD and bots both eliminated on that river crossing? Was never going to work. Nowhere to Valk either at this point.
Okay, every team is full except for one. Gonna see if we can.
That's a rat on the bridge, huh?
Is it? Oh, maybe. Okay, so maybe we do have. Is that Bowser still alive?
Yeah. We have 10 players.
Look at the shields. Bowser's prepared.
He is. He was basically 3 people if you think about it.
It is 3 people. Bowser acting as 3 right there on the stairs.
Damn.
I have a feeling, though, a lot of people are going to be looking at him as this zone closes in. Just seems to be, he has the least amount of cover.
Yeah,
All
I think Team Smiley looking like they're going to take the dub here. The zone's pulling pretty close to their front porch here. They're going to be able to take some free shots. Definitely the team in the building adjacent to them has to move. So, like I said, it's going to be that 3v2 over there, and Rack is eliminated. So it is now the 3-person. Yo, that was a collat. My man is making the bullets count.
Oh my goodness, he's hit more bodies than shots he's hit.
5 bodies,
Sang.
4 bullets.
Okay, Sang.
Yeah.
He doesn't miss. He does not miss.
Oh.
Or he misses 1. That's fine. He is human.
That Arcstar is going to be brutal for that team. Crack. Get ready for it. No, there's a Watson Jin. There is not an Arcstar there. There is a Watson Jin. That is the Splooge. The Splooge also getting sucked by the Watson Jin.
All right, they're going to go ahead and take height here and take the top floor of the building, which they've been holding, as well as they put 1 player up on height, wanting to stay in a crouch position to not expose any part of their body. Free agents down on low ground. That fence just kind of disappeared right before their eyes. They're going to have to fight this team. I hear more Kraber shots. Don't see anything in the kill feed, but look at that wall. Visually blocking them, saying, no, you cannot shoot at us. You cannot shoot. All right, the Newcastle wall in there too, and they're going in. As you can see from the aerial view, we have a couple of teams looking at each other, and there's only 3 squads left, and they are all fighting face to face. Looking for this massive shot. Going down here. Oh my goodness. Andrew going for the quick shield swap. Can they get this? I don't know. We need 1 more shot. 2 players left. 2v1, and you know what? They do come back with the dub. No.
Yeah, Smiley not able to take the lead there off the top of the building. That was pretty much a brawl. Once the Catalyst wall came down, all the teams pretty much just had to jump on top of each other. You couldn't really see a whole lot.
And you know what, Andrew? That is one of the Challenger Circuit teams. That was Team Stormtroopers winning that. You love to see that, guys. This was one of the only teams that was not in Pro League.
Check it out. This is some of the action from earlier. It was Smiley trying to come down and get the kills here. They had to retreat. They ended up recovering. And here's the Kraber shots once again from Sang. Making every bullet count. Headshots coming in. Death from above, the Arcstar. No safety for the Seer. Good riddance. I mean, it definitely was a collect. Yeah, and this inning was just all about survival. There wasn't a whole lot of tactics involved here. The Valk flying up in the air. Nice shots with the flatline. And that is Stormtroopers.
Stormtroopers. Like we said, Andrew, one of the Challenger Circuit teams. Love to see them playing well. They were taking the spot for G2. G2 could not make it tonight. And they were invited, and they've been playing really well in Challenger Circuit. So you love to see a Challenger Circuit team showing that they deserve a spot. And that's why I'm so happy that this tournament series does have an opportunity for additional signups. It's not just the same 20 teams week after week. I think it's a really amazing format. There's a qualifier and then there's a $5,000 event. Based off your performance in the 5K, not only could you possibly win some money, but you also get points, which will then allow you and your team to be invited to the final $20,000 playoffs. It's a 6-week long series. It's a really awesome format. Like I said, hi, if you're just tuning in here, we're Andrew and Juco. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back in just a minute. Most of those grenades up, a little too close to that to even throw it. Getting the other teammate up on Team Free Agents.
Oh boy.
But again, no door, no one is safe as they're going to poke in that window right there. And CLG, one of the more well-oiled teams in a fight, not looking like they're going to win this one here. Nano trying to hit this bat. Can he go in and clutch up for the team? A lot of damage, but it is not going to be enough. And guess who else is coming in here? It is now Rack with only a player left. Trying to hit the res, getting the thirst on one of the teammates here. Free Agent's doing a really good job of holding this building.
At some point soon, Sang is going to get some free shots, and this should be a... Oh, yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
And
There
body
it is.
shot, player down. Can we get another one?
brother.
Absolutely in the face. I told you, Craver in the hands of
There he
Sang.
Yes.
Sang is someone, like I said, Andrew
Yes,
and I have had
sir.
the opportunity to play with him quite a bit, and he is just an absolute legend. I'm so happy to see that his team has made Pro League. They're playing exceptionally well. And I've loved
Panders go off.
Where's he going?
I don't know, but Team Ass. Yeah, Yanya.
Oh! They just have a really good spread. What satisfying shots! Where are tripods? I'm watching 2-0. Team of their friend with a 201 beam ski right there. They're all up there. Again, you gotta love G2's comp. And amazing shots out of Chaotic. That just does not look natural at all as he cleans up not one but two players there. Oh, they're gonna fight. I'm taking over the screen here as Ronnie's doing some big damage with the R9 and the PK and only going down.
I'm crouching here. The team on the height. They're down. Peek them now. Southwest open field. All in the open. Wildcat shot. Crack's here. We gotta kill him now. Swing left. Swing left on the rock. There's a ridges on me. All stunned. I have 6 nades. I'm nade stacking them.
I'm pushing them. I'm pushing them.
So many nades. Stun one.
Kill one. Kill one. Kill one.
Cracked another.
I'm batting. I'm batting.
On the other. Cracked. He's one. The other team's still alive.
Nice, nice.
I'm swinging left. I have no health. I have nothing to heal with. I have your swing. 100. Nice one.
I'm pushing. I'm pushing.
They're still alive. I'm nading them. They're still 2 alive. Good nades. Good nades. Dead. I have no more ammo. Oh my god. Wait.
Nice.
Boys, what the f? Oh my god. We came alive.
And I can imagine they're stoked over there.
Yeah, like Andrew just said, hi, hello, and welcome back, you guys. Excuse me, we are His and Hers Live, Andrew and Juka, and we're just super stoked that we can see Stormtroopers dominating that last game. Again, they were one of the teams that stepped up here last second to play in this event, and we love to see them coming in and getting the dub. I think we're going to take a look at the scores here in just a second. You also in chat can do ! now and do the chat scores as well. And see, again, these are just qualifiers. Top 10 teams tonight will get to compete again and get to compete in the $5,000 event later this week. And it's going to be all broadcasted on the Hyperlux channel. Everything will be broadcasted on the Hyperlux channel. And yeah, like I said, we're Andrew and Juka. We're super excited to be involved with this. Let's take a look at the scores. Tell us about them.
Yeah, we got free agents on top there. We saw they were in really good zone positioning there at the end. They didn't quite get the win on that last game. Stormtroopers in second place after the dub on the second game. I mean, to just come in, like I said, get a rogue invite and they're in the money. They're in the mix. Bots in the house, like I said, not quite bots. Maybe need to get a name change. OXG in 4th, Smiley in 5th, Tripods in 6th. So Tripods with a really good start as well. Tripods going to be pretty excited about that and in a good position to get top 3 today.
Yeah, I mean, tied with them, though. You look at that, Andrew, we also have FaZe and 100 Thieves not far behind. Now, the teams that we're going to want to start to focus on and pay a lot of attention on are going to be the middle of the pack teams. That's where all the drama is going to be because top 10 qualifies. So we're going to be looking really closely at ESA, Dark Zero, Season, Sentinel, CLG, Rack, BRD, 100 Thieves, FaZe, Tripods. You know, those teams that are in the middle of the pack, they have so much to gain in these next couple of games. We're getting ready to start the last game on Storm Point, and then we're going to move over to World's Edge for 3 more games.
Yeah, if I'm C9, E8 in the bottom right now, it's pretty frustrating. It is only game 2, so there's plenty of time to come back. But yeah, those are 2 teams that we don't expect to see down there. Like I said, Dark Zero, Tripods, 2 teams I'm watching today. Tripods performing pretty well, right in the mix. Dark Zero with 5 points, you know, it's better than 0, but Dark Zero needs to go ahead and bring it.
You know what that always reminds me of, Andrew? I don't remember if it was week 4 or week 5 of the qualifiers, a split one, but we had Sentinels that were in 18th place on game 5 of the qualifiers. They came back and had a huge dub in game 6, the last game, and got 10th place. So
Yep.
I always say, you know, teams like E8 and C9, they absolutely still have an opportunity to get top 10. They just have to, I'd say, would be about now when you want to step up and get some more points on that board. But looking really good, really good for free agents in first place right now with 24 points. Maybe they're not going to be free agents for too much longer.
Yep, that's what happens. Perform well, you end up getting swooped up. And yeah, well deserved too there from free agents. Been performing well over the weeks. And another team I'm watching today, like I said, Sentinels in 13th. They're running a new comp today, and they also have 1 new player on the roster that they're running. So Sentinels with 7 points. I bet they're brainstorming right now, trying to figure out how to get up there. Like I said, if they could have a big day, it would mean a lot to them.
Okay, we're getting ready to get game 3 started. I believe the lobby is loading up here. We will go ahead and show you overall the view, how everyone's doing. And like I said, this is just, I feel like a crypto battle tonight. I can't believe how many cryptos I've seen. A legend that I don't ever really run into in rank or in pubs. So
yeah,
I think the pros play crypto more than the casuals.
Yeah, I would think if you were just typically playing the game, you would say crypto needs a major rework or something to make him useful in pubs. But in this type of environment, when you have all 3 players in comms and you can 3-2-1 crypto ult push a team, it actually does work. So we're seeing it kind of work, but there's so many cryptos that you're seeing multiple cryptos at the same time ulting each other, and that kind of halts the fight altogether.
I think we had 3 crypto ults within 30 seconds that last game. So yeah, at that point I wonder, is it helpful to have a crypto? I feel like crypto can be very good if there's only 1 or 2 of them, but
well, then,
as many as we're seeing right now, I don't know.
It just if there are that many cryptos, it makes it more of a gunfight, you know?
Yeah.
It's not it's I think it's better than having everyone with seer because everyone's just looking at through the walls at wall hacks, pre-firing.
Yes.
That's not the most fun thing to watch. So if everyone's kind of playing it slow, crypto ulting each other, then it turns into an actual gunfight, and I'm all for that.
Yeah, really. Those of you that are watching, would you guys rather have a seer or would you rather have a crypto meta? Which one would you rather see? Are you anxious to fight against seers or cryptos? I don't know about you, but I'm so sick of the seer. I feel like we almost all are. I'm fine with the crypto, although crypto do be kind of annoying at times. So we will see. We will see. Okay, game 3 is starting. Looks like everyone is loading in. I'm surprised at the limited number of horizons. I feel like we were seeing 15, maybe even 16, 17 horizons. And I'm seeing a lot less. Horizon kind of deflects the aggressive legend. As you can see here by Team C9, you know, they're opting to run a Loba. They have the Seer, the Valk, and a Loba as their third. We were seeing a couple weeks ago everyone rocking Horizon, and it seems like people are already moving away from that.
Yeah, I mean, Horizon works great, obviously, if you're running around the edge. The Loba play would definitely mean they're going to play for in-game. maybe forgo looting, just go straight for zone and scoop the loot up with Loba in game. So I think, yeah, these teams definitely positioning themselves more for in-game and placement points rather than playing the super aggressive Horizon comp today and trolling on the edge.
Okay, and we are in game 3. If you're just tuning in, you only missed 2 games, but you did miss 2 amazing games. We are seeing the most diversity in Apex Legends of any pro tournament I've ever had the honor of casting over. Let's go ahead, and you guys know where the action is. This is the 3rd time we've seen this fight at the mill, and I'm just waiting for everyone in here, all 6 players, to grab purple shields and then maybe fight, maybe not. I see 1 purple shield, I see a blue shield, a couple of guns. This is just such a good POI to have an early fight.
Great shots out of the Hemlock. Iron sights making the iron sights look pretty good on the Hemlock. I would say that's probably one of the hardest iron sights to use in the game. The armor's not as crispy this time around. 1 white armor.
Something
Psycho
that I'm
looking
noticing,
around.
Andrew, Bowser is not running the Vantage. I know he was always
Yeah.
running Vantage. I'm not sure when that changed, but I'm surprised to see him on Seer.
Yeah, Vantage. I think Vantage is definitely good to experiment with, but I think at the end of the day, not quite at the level that we need to see Vantage abilities right now to run in these lobbies. But they gave it a try. All right, here we go. We're looking for a fight. Sync going super low on health there, was able to stay alive. It does look like we might get a push here. Team SO holding the edge here, forcing Sync and the boys inside. This is kind of the last place you want to be. Once you get inside, you're very susceptible to grenades, and you also can get pretty angled out easily. So this is plan B for them. They're inside, huddled up in a corner. One
This
team
is
on the
just
roof.
A battle of who can just single one person out first, and it looks like we just had our first casualty here as the Horizon does end up going down.
Yeah, and they did, like I said, go inside, huddle up, but they were able to catch 1 player out pretty quickly. So do you take the 2v3 at this point? It does look like they're interested. They have the armor advantage for the moment. They need to go ahead and make this quick if they're going to push. It does look like Rack going down, so we have a 2v2 now. This is actually huge.
This is good. This could be a fair fight. It could go either way, but if they don't hurry up, they are going to get thirded. This fight is taking a little bit longer. I did see in the kill feed also that C9 ended up going down there. Sync getting deleted. Great shot. Excuse me. Great shots right there.
Yeah, and that was unexpected from Sync climbing up on the roof and getting immediately. Yeah, and that is Rack cleaning up on the roof, and it does look like they're immediately going to get third party. FaZe just pulling up, turbo boosting the whip in, throwing down the ult, and FaZe looking to go ahead and clean this up. It's only a duo, so I think FaZe is going to have an easy cleanup if they can catch.
I'm surprised they didn't honk the horn on the way in the way that they just rolled up like that. I was almost expecting to hear the horn go off to announce their arrival, but somehow, some way, the duo is able to get away here. Is this possible? Absolutely. FaZe seems to be a little bit distracted by the loot that was there, by the death boxes. So let's go ahead and look at the replay here. Look at that. Look at these shots. That was some major amazing damage, which has completely been the reason why they were able to get away.
Yeah,
Those
and only
great shots.
if they had to res, if that person goes down there, they have to res, and FaZe probably comes up and kills them.
Absolutely. Those shots right there are why both of those teams still have people alive. Okay, taking it. Wow, why is Antenna so crowded? This must be where the zone is ending. As you can see, each of the 3 edge buildings of this triangle are already occupied.
Yeah, once again, 3 teams, often a bad number if you want to fight. 3 teams around pretty much makes it impossible to fight. There's always the looming third party.
All right, and you can see by the map there, it is indeed
Sentinels?
Antenna. Pulling Antenna.
Sentinels killing wildlife in the north side. Okay, I see what they're doing up there. Sentinels taking it slow, not very eager to get down to zone. They did this first game as well. So we'll have to see how it plays out long term on the day. Tripods over in Launchpad.
Couple of teams still in Barometer. If they start fighting here, they might not know about FaZe.
Yeah, FaZe taking some damage there on the bridge too. You saw they were pretty low on shields. Not sure if we're going to catch a Barometer fight here. with 3 teams around, these teams might just try to go for rotation. CLG is going low ground. BRD is on the chase. Vayne with the 301 long range. Going to go ahead and pull up with Aiden on the aggressive comp here with Horizon. They might have the advantage over CLG. I'm not sure what comp CLG is running this game.
All right, CLG, not necessarily a team that I would want to pick a fight against, but BRD's just said, you know what, we're not scared. Maybe we're a little scared. Maybe we're, you know, I'm not going to say scared. We're going to say smart with that. As Aiden wants to heal up before they go in. They have their ults available. They could coordinate a beautiful attack here, but
God,
look at CLG getting the angles.
Mamba just one mag reads from downtown with the Volt.
I know, he didn't know he was there. These angles, CLG just really looking so good in these fights, just deleting BRD.
Yeah, BRD was the aggressor there.
All right, here we go with the crack.
All right, this is what we've seen over and over again today. Crypto coming in, and then the fight just ends within 5 seconds. But E8 gonna be able to survive here. The Re putting down some major damage. The Arcstar gonna hit. Ooh, Golden down to 1 HP.
Walls going down as E8 is just really trying to all get together here. Honestly, Golden getting a little closer with that RE could be devastating for the team that they are fighting. He was still doing some major damage with it, but a little far, and they know that he's back there still. Look at the free agents kind of punishing him still, trying to get that Loba out.
A lot of teams around. This is not gonna be a safe fight. I'm sure the comms are going off right now. No one can be down at this point. If you get down, your team is screwed.
Absolutely. All right, this is our team so far that's winning overall. Free agents having a heck of a night, spiking a ton of grenades inside.
They must not know about the third party looming, so they're going to go ahead and push in here. Like I said, if free agents lose anyone here, they're not going to be able to reset. It did look like there was a team on the perimeter that might push in, and Oxy taking some massive damage, going to fly up to the roof, and does survive. This is a bloody fight here. No team having a great advantage to start.
No, not at all. I will say it looked like Oxy was almost looking at the person that he was aiming at across the way and not the person right on top of him.
You see that team in the background, right?
I absolutely see that team and another team even behind them. So there's a lot of people in this antenna area, as you can see, as we saw earlier from the map, that this seems to be where it's pulling. And there's even another crypto I just see in the background there. Loba ult down. They're looting up a bit, and it is going to end up pulling a little bit further away from antenna. You can see with that dotted line, that dotted circle. I love seeing this. We have a little bit additional information, and we know exactly where these teams want to rotate. Teams like Sentinels finally making their way down south. Also, look at tripods just sitting completely still. Sentinels might run into tripods here. Oh, they absolutely are going to. Okay.
Tripods making the unexpected attack from the very back side of the zone.
But look at Sentinels sneaking up behind them.
No, tripods are in a world of danger. Sentinel's going to get an easy pick on Gent. Gent goes down immediately. Yo, this is looking really bad for tripods. Sent's just going to absolutely full send this. The G7 shot's going to come out. Down goes Nick Mercs to the hands of Tech. And it looks like Sentinel's going to clean up maybe the last... Oh! Nick Mercs just saying, GG, go next. My man was just standing out in the field.
Okay.
No.
I mean, you know what? It's just so hard to take that pinch of a rotate. Sentinels should have... I mean, they were just a couple seconds behind tripods. It could have gone either way for them. It was just happened to be, I think, in the unlucky position that tripods were in right there. Just getting pinched on both sides right there. I mean, tripods have done a really good job, like I said, getting a top 3 finish in the first game tonight. I still think they have enough points to be in the top 10 even after this, but they are one of the teams that needs a couple more, maybe 1 or 2 big games to guarantee their spot in the 5K later this week. Dark Zero, we have not seen too much of them yet. They've had a couple of unfortunate fights early on. This zone is giving me a little bit of vibes of what we had with the first one, although it is pulling a bit further away from antenna. So I'm anxious to see how this plays out, if we're going to see similar teams dominate this game here. You can see Season rotating, and it looks like they just walked right past a rat. Did you see that?
Hey, I mean, you love to see rats living because the lack of seer, but Hakulo is a seer, so I'm not exactly sure what we're.
He's
How are
busy.
we missing that heartbeat?
He's busy.
Hakulo, look at the fingers, man. Look at the fingers.
No. He's busy. Okay, they don't want to rotate that way. They're actually gonna go
Yo,
back down
he
here in the
sees
building.
him, and that's what he just called out. You can see he almost threw the Bangalore ult. He pinged somebody up there. The Bangalore actually reserved, didn't throw the ult. Sentinel's gonna push in over here against Dark Zero. Dark Zero also getting picked off right now potentially by Sentinels. Sentinels on the edge, hunting and doing good work. Dark Zero was super low. Xenoc's gonna swing and dip 3 back shots. That is Zero, Sharky both down. Tech also getting knocked, so Sentinels in a bit of a pinch. Crust gonna try to clutch up for the 1v1. Maybe get the reses as well. No, that's a full team coming from the top of the hill. I think Sentinels might be... E8's just gonna come clean up the rest of Sentinels right now. Crust's not gonna be able to pull off this. Mercy dropping on him. Oh, the disrespect.
You know what?
Holy.
When you have the Sheila mobile like that, you don't have infinite ammo. But you know what? Golden or E8 does not seem to care. Is they're gonna just make sure that person is dead. They are long gone. Make sure they're out of the lobby. Jen Burton with just a sliver of health next to his name. I just saw that. It's somehow surviving. E8 cleaning up, doing a great job there. They need to loot up and rotate in a bit though. We have a couple of teams that just have to move into next zone, but this is looking pretty good for 100 Thieves, for OXG, for FaZe. See where these other teams are located for the next zone. I really am liking where FaZe is right now. FaZe would be what I would consider in the most superior position so far for where Game 3 is looking to completely close.
Season in a 3v3. Potentially going to push the building. No, they're getting shot from the side. Season going to go ahead and back it up.
14 squads, 40 players.
A little bit of
Trying to figure out. This is a really tough rotating, especially since we're seeing quite a few teams not rocking the Valk for the first time ever in NA comp. Normally we only have one non-Valk team. I feel like we have quite a few this time. So this is going to be really tough for the other teams. Not Season, they're fine. They have one. They can rotate up and over that wall there. I don't know where they're going to land, but... And Burton also, you can see, guys, if you were any Dark Zero fans watching this tournament, he's still alive. He is alone, but he is alive. Dark Zero, one of the teams, too, that needed some points to guarantee a spot in the 5K later this week.
Season looking for 3 kills here. They have confined the team to the top floor, which is actually good for them. Season on the bottom floor, potentially going to pull up. That top floor is super hard to hold because there's so many windows. I would expect Season to be poking through the windows potentially on the second floor, but they all went first floor. Interesting. Team Kara, that is a Kara Suno.
Yeah, this is a hard building to fight in. Like Andrew was saying, you know, the top floor is typically, I would say, not the floor you want to be fighting off of. The roof is the superior, and holding the stairs and bottom floor, I feel like, is the best spot. There's just so many windows. But a couple of teams in the area, they can't really push. CLG gonna rotate here, probably punish this team that's trying to get a res.
Yeah,
Horizon ult
CLG.
down, spiking those nades in there as well. And CLG just having a heck of a night so far. Looking great in these fights. There is a team up the hill, so they can't expose too much of themselves, but they just want to capitalize on these points if they possibly can. That's Seer hiding behind one of the knockdown shield teammates.
Oh, Mama
Look at their health. They're both getting absolutely fried.
Yeah, they're getting mangled right now. They're taking shots from the side as well. CLG was looking super dominant in this fight, and all of a sudden, about to go out of here. CLG has to be careful. They're getting shot from G7s from across the map. They're gonna go ahead and back up. Yeah, there's nothing they can do here. That G7's being...
Absolutely, Andrew. When they pushed in, it looked like that was going to be an easy cleanup of 2 kills for them. There was a team, they were rezzing. There was only 2 players up, and one was rezzing.
Capra, Phony with the charge rifle. That's what was happening to CLG.
Yeah, absolutely. ESA was just kind of poking them out the side here, not allowing them to get any damage. And that is how you know you've been using a charge rifle, when you see 1,200 damage and not a kill next to your name. But we did just witness the first kill right there on the team. Again, charge rifle mostly used to level up your team shields. Half the lobby is dead. just about half the lobby. We have 31 players up, 11 teams. Some great scout shots. And they do have to rotate in. They have Valk ult, though. Again, this is why you run Valk. It just gives your team a complete get-out-of-jail-free card. Again, you do have to usually fight for your landing spot, but there is no ultimate ability like Valk's ultimate ability that just provides such a useful rotation. Okay, I was saying earlier, I like where FaZe is. Where FaZe is for where the zone was pulling looked really, really good.
Yeah, do we know where the zone is actually
area.
pulling? It does look like the teams are very split.
Yeah.
Okay, we see it on the map right now. It's pulling up the hill, so all the teams down in Antenna are going to have to pull up the hill. If you're sitting on top of the hill right now, that would be a great spot, although it's going to be really hard to hold.
Oh,
Dang.
they just
The
got... Yeah, that Valk ult, that's what I will say. You know, it can get your team out and rotate, but they lost some bodies in the air, as you just saw. And, you know, the third tried to hide and
Do you
get
see
somewhere
this
safe.
angle? He has it so high up in the sky so that they can just see the whole entire area. He's not really trying to get a seer ult on anybody. That's actually pretty wild. No one can actually hear it when it's that high.
I know. I think they're just trying to simply get information of where all of the teams are. Looked like it was almost even losing signal. It was kind of fuzzy from my point of view seeing that.
You normally don't see the crypto ult like that super high in the sky and just being used as a drone.
Okay, another thing I like seeing is someone using the Trident here. Using the Trident to provide a little bit of additional cover. They're sitting on what we call these gravity canyons, or sometimes we call them juicers. And there's a little bit of ground that you can use behind the rock and the slope there, the cement, to hide off of. But I also like the addition of the Trident. And we just have people in the air, Horizon Tax, great shots, grenade damage, and charge rifle damage there.
Yeah, FaZe looking to get some action here. Gonna pull up. They're using their crypto ult finally, and they are going in. That is Snipe Down going down. Are they gonna be able to get the res here? They're getting counter crypto ulted by a team that's over near that juicer that you just mentioned, and they're gonna come down, and FaZe is in a horrible spot now. Hill, Crook, and Enemy need to go ahead and be aggressive on this. Back over to the buildings. Oh my.
We have 3 separate fights going on right now at the same time. As you can see, OXG going through it right now, as well as Smile.
Smiley, last one up, is Sang, gonna try to get the armor swap and a heal. Does look like OXG is being dominant over here. They do take the building. They don't have a Seer or a Bloodhound, so they're a little bit confused on where the people are on the outside of the building. Jeez Louise, that's 3 teams in a building. That is the roof, that is the second floor, and that is the first floor. And none of these teams are safe. So I don't know what they're doing here. Why are we here? This is going to be rough. We have the ultimate ability for Rampart. The only Rampart in the lobby, Mercy. Making it look pretty decent so far with the walls. This is one of the only ways to play this roof right now, is to have these walls up. So Rampart coming in pretty clutch. Hard to hold this roof otherwise. And EH just going to play it slow. Actually, Presley drops down and we're going in. The door's getting blown off. That is 1,000,000 bullets per second. Mercy going to go down, putting some good damage in though. And was it worth it? I'm not sure. We'll have to see.
No, you stand
Golden.
You stand so still. You stand so still. These players are just going to punish that and capitalize it. Yes, you can do a ton of damage in such a short amount of time, but
it seemed like it should have worked.
I don't know. All right, 100 Thieves dropping down now. They're going to be met face to face. They're going to have to fight here, or you know what? They're just going to take shots, try to get a little Valk damage stun on their way up the hill as they try to find a position. 30 seconds, zone 5.
They found a crevice. This is actually a really good spot to hold right now. They're going to be gatekeeping 3 teams up the hill. 100 Thieves making a risk to get to this spot, but it's going to pay off. They're going to be shooting right down on about 2 teams now coming up with 6 squads left. 100 Thieves in what I think is a pretty good spot considering where they were.
Absolutely. I think their decision to push off, and look, there's another team trying to mimic exactly what they did behind a Newcastle Tactical. They're going to put a wall down face to face against their wall. They have a little bit of a free fence to play off of here, and they're going to get shot from another team behind them. So 100 Thieves in the better spot, getting a team pinch there, but 100 Thieves most likely going to go down. Yeah, there's really no winners there, and this game is wrapping up really quickly. Game 3. I think we just lost about 10 bodies within a couple seconds here as we only are down to our last 2 teams.
Yeah, HCE just taking out FaZe. We saw that building from earlier, and it does look like we're going to have a 3v2 coming in at the end here. HCE looking poised to win this game. Hill pulling out the angle. It's a 3v3, so this should be pretty good. Hill can't get knocked here. It's going to be really bad if he does.
All right,
Look
not
at
a
the
single
spread here.
soul had
Look at that
full health.
spread. Do you see
A
the person
moment
up
of
on the hill?
I do. That could be really bad.
I think HCE's not in a good spot now. To have a spread like that on a team, they don't have any way to capitalize on this.
I don't know. They have more cover, though. They have more cover, and zone really is pulling
Oh, the
more to
zone is
them.
pulling that way.
Okay, I don't
This
know.
should be
This is
pretty
going to go
interesting.
either way. Okay, it is time for you to make your predictions. Who do you think is going to win this game 3? We have
Would you
two
rather-
teams up.
Would you rather have the awesome angles, or would you just rather have the end zone spot? I might want the angles on the way in. Although, once he has to leave that rock, Jay at the top of the hill there, once he has to leave that rock, there is nowhere to go. So this actually might
I agree.
turn in the favor of HCE once the zone starts pulling here. They are
I
taking
agree.
shots from the horizon. Coming down that almost, yeah, and we have 2 flanking on the right, so HCE gonna pull hard onto these 2 people. Might actually just full send them, which they are. They're full climbing up. And
All right,
enemy goes.
bots going in. JQ with just a sliver of health. Can he possibly pull this off for Team Bots? And Team Bots are the champions. Again, petition for Team Bots to change their name. They are no longer bots. They're playing too well. I don't think they ever were bots, honestly.
Turns out the angles prevail.
High ground. High ground is everything, even when you have to move.
Yeah, you saw HCE. They thought they had an opening. They tried to triple climb up, and that animation I think just takes a little too long. They got immediately beamed down. Enemy went down right after the climb up.
Taking a look at some of our fights we had earlier with the mill.
Yeah, and like we said, that's clutch. That able to stay alive with 1 HP is so important. Sentinels, I thought Sentinels was looking really strong until we saw E8 come over the hill, take them out. CLG with the Valk rotation that just failed. Yeah, and this was FaZe pulling up. They had the opportunity to win the game. Yeah, and this was it. You see enemies sliding in. That was actually a pretty close fight.
Wow, what amazing games on Storm Point. Those were spicy. That was a big game. I think 100 Thieves should be really happy with the points that they got that game. That could possibly be enough for them to be in a good position to play later this week in the 5K. We're going to go ahead and you guys in chat can do exclamation point now if you want to see the scores. But we're already done with Storm Point. So, Andrew, what would you say your takeaways are with the Storm Point games?
I'm just overall really shocked at the team compositions. I've seen the recent tournaments. I've seen Crypto involved. I've seen Watson involved, but I didn't think it would take over like it has. You know, it's to have so many Cryptos in one lobby. It's pretty wild. But yeah, guys, we're gonna go ahead and catch a break real quick. We'll see you back in a minute, and we're gonna get into World's Edge.
They go in. They have their ults available. They could coordinate a beautiful attack here, but
God, did you
CLG getting
see?
the angles.
Mamba just 1 mag reads from downtown with the Volt.
I know, he didn't know he was there. These angles, CLG just really looking so good in these fights, just deleting
Ouch.
BRD.
The unexpected attack from the very back side of the zone.
But look at Sentinels sneaking up behind
No,
them. No,
tripods are in
this
a
is-
world of danger. Sentinel's going to get an easy pick on Gent. Gent goes down immediately. Yo, this is looking really bad for tripod. Sent's just going to absolutely full send this. The G7 shot's going to come out. Down goes Nick Merckx to the hands of Tech. And it looks like Sentinel's going to clean up maybe the last. Oh! Nick Merckx just saying, GG, go next. The rest of Sentinels right now. Crut's not going to be able to pull off this. Mercy dropping on him. Oh, the disrespect.
You know what? You know,
Holy.
when you have the Sheila mobile like that, you don't.
Handers go off.
Where's he going?
I don't know, but Team Ass. Yeah, Yanya.
Oh! really good spread. What satisfying shots! Where are tripods? I'm watching 2-0. Team Liquid Friend with a 201 beam ski right there. They're all up there. Again, you gotta love G2's comp. And amazing shots out of Chaotic. That just does not look natural at all as he cleans up not one but two players there. Oh, they're gonna fight. I'm taking over the screen here as Ronnie's doing some big damage with the R9 and the PK and only going down.
I'm crouching here. The team on the height. They're down. Peek them now. Southwest open field. All in the open. Wildcat shot. Cracks here. We gotta kill you now. Swing left on the rock. There's a ridges on me. All stunned. I have 6 nades. I'm nade stacking them.
I'm pushing them.
So many nades. Stun one.
Kill one.
Cracked the other.
I'm batting.
On the other. Cracked. He's one. The other team's still alive.
Nice.
I'm swinging left. I have no health. I have nothing to heal with. I have your swing. 100. Nice more.
I'm pushing.
They're still alive. I'm nading them. They're still 2 alive. Good nades. Good nades. Dead. I have no more ammo. Oh my god. Wait.
Nice.
Boys, what the f? Oh my god. We came alive.
You're just tuning in. We're His and Hers Live. I am Judy, or you can call me Juka.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Andrew. We're about to get into World's Edge. I am very interested to see if we continue to run all crypto comps today. Crypto also works really well in World's Edge. The buildings often get occupied, and crypto can obviously the drone can go through walls with the ult. So I don't imagine we see much of a change up.
Right. I know. Well, like I said, 100 Thieves had a pretty good game, so that's going to bump them up a couple of points. You guys in chat can do exclamation point now if you want to see the current scores. We'll also get some scores up to you in just a moment. And we have 3 games down, and these are the scores after the first 3 games. Team, look at that up top there. We have Bots in first place with 44 points. We absolutely do. Stormtroopers, Andrew, what do you think about our Challenger Circuit team getting the last minute invite coming up in here, showing that they absolutely deserve a spot to compete against the best of the best in second place right now?
Yeah, I mean, that's
it's pretty crazy to see, honestly. Like I said before the tournament, there's going to be these new teams coming in. They've been doing so well, and they're going to hit this level and get smacked around a bit. But they're coming in and they're showing up and they're getting big points. So you would be concerned if you were just like C9, DZ, Season, these teams in the very bottom right now that have been doing this for so long. You would expect them to be up at the top, and these new teams in the bottom. But Apex is, there's some variables involved in game and whatnot during rotation. So I don't know. We'll have to see.
Yeah, well, I like it. We see team. Okay, so some of the teams that we're going to start to focus on a little bit more. I said this at the end of last game. That's going to be Dark Zero, E8, ESA, Slept On, Rack, Sentinel, CLG. Those teams that really have so much to gain in these next couple of games. They're in the bottom half. Teams on the right-hand side, you might not see them compete later this week. Guys, this is a really awesome format. Welcome if you're just tuning in. This is a 6-week-long series. This is the second split. Each split has $50,000 worth of prizes. There's a qualifier and then a $5,000 event. So 6 weeks to $5,000, followed by a $20,000 playoff. So there's a lot of money on the line here. Thank you so very much, Hyperlux, for helping sponsor and put on these events. You guys are amazing, doing great things for the Apex scene, for the pros, and we are honored to be associated and part of this. So we are going to be in charge of the qualifiers. So we will be your casters for the qualifiers for Split 2. We will be doing watch parties for the main events. The official broadcast will be broadcasted here on the Hyperlux channel, and I believe they're going to be getting all different Apex casters to do that. So there'll be a whole variety of people that will be involved with this tournament series moving forward. But like I said, we will be your casters for all of the qualifiers, and the $5,000 events will be broadcasted on Hyperlux channel. But the game's already getting ready to start. Game 4, we're halfway done with this tournament already. And I'm anxious to see if we can see some of the teams on the right-hand side of that scoreboard move over to the left.
Yeah, really good opportunity for these guys to jump in, earn some money, and really sweat it out, get really good practice for, ALGS coming up. A lot of new teams, like we said, being introduced into these lobbies. So really big opportunity there as well for new teams to show up and at least get good practice. And like we see today, I mean, we're going to be taking them some big points, and that'll equate to some money earned in this series too. So all around, it's really healthy for the community to have events like this with money, and then the really high skill ceiling and practice to be involved.
And some new talent, some highlight on some new talent. So again, you guys, like we had said earlier, Stormtroopers, one of the teams that almost didn't compete today. Super honored, very pleased to see them. A challenger circuit team pop off, playing really well, and they're among the top 3 teams so far tonight.
World's Edge game number 1. Rampart?
Or 4.
Rampart in the lobbies right now for me feels a bit forced. You saw that play with the ultimate. And I know Mercy's such mechanically talented that to see Mercy just stand still with the ultimate like that and go down is pretty painful to watch. I don't know, the walls definitely work here and there, but I don't know. I'm not surprised to see the crypto like we're seeing. The Rampart, a little surprising to see on the roof like that.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I love the legend diversity. I'm all for it. I can't wait. At the end of a lot of these tournaments, Chrono on his Twitter will usually draft up some nice visuals, some graphics for us that will show, the top kills. It'll show us really cool stats that we'll often do during our broadcasts as well, that can, give us like the play-by-play of how these players are doing, who has the most damage, who has the most kills, even how many different legends are the teams playing during the event. So I'm anxious to see. Make sure you follow Minus Tempo's Twitter, Chrono's Twitter, Hyperlux Twitter, as well as ours. We'll try to share all of that data as it becomes available. I think it's always interesting.
Crypto.
Especially since, like I said, I'm seeing a Caustic, though. We are seeing Caustic again. Caustic very, very good on World's Edge. A lot more building fights. And with that dotted line circle from this aerial view, we can already see where the first zone is pulling. That gives us some early information. None of the players in the lobby can see that. That is just for your viewing pleasure here. So we all get to know a little bit before everyone else.
Have to keep a close eye on the drop here. We're probably going to get 1 or 2 50-50s. It does look like I see Harvester has been contested several times recently. Let's keep
Yeah,
an eye there.
CLG almost always is fighting at Harvester, but another fight that we've been seeing early game, Andrew, you
Oh, they get
remember,
it.
has been Climatizer with C9 up there.
Yeah, all the teams pretty split right now. That means we're going to have a lot of teams landing up on the north zone, so I'm not exactly sure how. Well, you do see a team takes landslide. If a team takes landslide, that often does mean, well, no, Climatizer. Climatizer, like you said, BRD and C9 landing on each other. And that's definitely going to be the first fight of the World's Edge set of 3 games here. They didn't land on top of each other. You can see it there at C9. Landed on one side, BRD landing on the other side. So it's not going to be an immediate fight. They're going to kind of split loot first. So it's going to be a little bit of a slow build up here as we can see Aiden and Vayne getting pretty close. Now, this is Reed's. We got a 1v1 on the building here. You don't want to fight Reed's close range. I can go ahead and tell you that much. And Reed's does have a flatline car. So, yeah, you want to stay very well clear of that situation. C9 is going to hold
the west side of Climatizer. Another thing I noticed, it looked like Dome was completely open. I'm pretty sure Dome was open, so, you know, just saying, guys, if you don't want to fight on drop, someone take Dome. Dome is wide open. Again, a lot of this is certain teams have already claimed their drop spot, and it could be a team that's landing Dome is a team that is already qualified that we'll be seeing in the 5K later this week. And they don't want to land here just for the qualifiers. They're really trying to get used to fighting at the particular POI that they said that they're going to land on. Fragment also had 3 teams. 2 teams on the west side of Fragment, so that could be an early fight as well. But this is most likely where our initial action is going to be. And C9 has been a team that's had Climatizer for a while. I feel like for about a year they've had that area on the map just to themselves.
Yeah, C9, they're not getting the respect over there at Climatizer. Team's starting to try to bully them out of that. And it does look like that fight at Climatizer is going to break up. All the teams still up, 20 squads, 60 players on the map going around. That's a very useful ability here. Don't forget, Crypto can look at banners and see how many people are in the area. So they can see there's 2 teams around. They need to be careful.
Okay, and we're going to have a fight over here. CLG, like I said, they're used to fighting early. They've already looted up Harvester, made their way through the tunnel, and now they're over here rocking the Maggie on the team. And another team landing right in front of
On your feet, darling. Plenty of fight left in you. quadrant. We should cruise over there.
Reckon we should head here.
Let us go there.
We're not alone. Inside that area.
I got a milligan over here. That way calls to me.
Opponent over there. The flame draws me this way.
Contact. Forget that. Let's check that out. spotted.
Enemy close.
You're too young to disappear.
Numpty, right here.
Yeah, it looks like slept on in a really good position with 4 squads up. The zone is going to pull a little to the side, so I don't think they're going to be able to hold this tower. They're not going to be able to hold this platform for the entire in-game here, but they are going to get some great shots in, and they are getting kills. That is saying down for Smiley. Smiley.
Right, that was a juicy Valk tack right there, and I'm hearing that we're back. Let's go! Let's go! We're about to see. We didn't even miss game 4. Thank you guys for your patience. Thank you so very much. C9. Can we talk about C9, you guys? Top 5. Big points for them. Can they clutch a dub? Looking mighty good with the double reds and a gold shield. All 3 players up and alive. Do you think that gold Devo has something to do with why they're all alive?
Yes, for sure. The Gold Devo is the #1 ingredient to any victory in Apex Legends. They do have it. They have... Whoa, we have Smiley.
That.
Smiley solo, the last one left, hiding. Catalysts do this. You can, as a Catalyst, you can sit in your tactical, and it's really actually hard to see you. This is like C9's getting a flank on the left side, and if C9 gets some big points in, some big shots, and down comes the wall.
Hey, a couple of shots here. 30-30. Can C9 clutch this dub? They're one of the final 3 teams up, trying to shoot the tactical that's in there so they can safely pass through that wall. But you know what? They're going to just opt to go up here, grab some high ground. Now, there is still a team up on the ultimate height, that platform. That is going to be very difficult. That is team Slept On.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to pressure them very much. It does look like Slept On did drop down. They're on low ground. You see Goat with the Prowler putting some good damage in right now. Wait, is that... Who's up on the tower? Because Slept On is on low ground.
They're down now. 2 teams left. Here we go. This is the final fight of the game here. Can C9 clutch this, or is this going to be left on? They're going to go down. It is looking like it is going to be... Oh, get punched in the back right there, trying to grab the angle, and
no way.
Shot! Sounds like they got the bat off.
Slept On looking like they're going to be killed here at the end. And C9 going to go ahead and clean up for the dub. C9 coming from dead last place. And with that win, I think they had at least 10 kills. They're going to get all the way back up, probably in the top 5.
And that's what we were talking about. That is exactly what C9 needed. You know what? They just said, forget Storm Point. Forget that map. We're just going to get all of our points on World's Edge. What an insane game. What a good game. Hi, welcome back. We're so happy to be back. I'm glad we could catch the very end of that game there. That was good, Andrew. C9 landing in a spot in Climatizer like they always do. They had a team land there, right there with them. They kind of took a while before they even started fighting, and the fight really didn't amount to much. And they were able to move halfway down the map and get the win overall. Big points for C9. I can't wait to see what position they're going to be in after we get these scores.
If you're C9 in dead last place going into that game, I mean, it's a little bit heartbreaking to see it, and for them to get the dub and a lot of kills, they're gonna have all the momentum back, the win back in the sails, and I'm excited for them. I like the players on the team personally, and yeah, I'm happy for them.
Yeah, that was a great game. That, for me, the takeaway, that was, that was their game to win. They needed those points. Huge game. I will say I wasn't able to catch the middle of that game. It was it was frozen for us, but like I said, that I think we saw all of the major action, and it was right there with C9 getting that fat dub. And they were in, you guys can chat, can do exclamation point now if you want to see the current scores leading up to that game there, but they were in the bottom 2, if not the bottom 1 position. So I wonder if that's going to be enough to put them in top 10. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break. We'll get back in just a moment and we'll show you some scores.
Handers go off.
Where's he going?
I don't know, but Team Ass. Yeah, Yanya.
Oh! They just have a really good spread. What satisfying shots! Where are tripods? I'm watching 2-0. Team of the Friend with a 201 beam ski right there. They're all up there. Again, you gotta love G2's comp. And amazing shots out of Chaotic. That just does not look natural at all as he cleans up not 1 but 2 players there. Oh, they're gonna fight. I'm taking over the screen here as Ronnie's doing some big damage with the R9 and the PK, and only going down.
I'm crouching here. The team on the height. They're down. Peek them now. Southwest open field. All in the open. Wildcat shot. Crack's here. We gotta kill him now. Swing left on the rock. There's a ridges on me. All stunned. I have 6 nades. I'm nade stacking them.
I'm pushing them.
So many nades. Stun 1.
Kill one.
Cracked another.
I'm batting.
On the other. Cracked. He's 1. The other team's still alive.
Nice.
I'm swinging left. I have no health. I have nothing to heal with. I have your swing. 100. Nice 4.
I'm pushing.
They're still alive. I'm nading them. They're still 2 alive. Good nades. Good nades. Dead. I have no more ammo. Oh my god. Wait.
Nice.
Boys, what the f? Oh my god. We came alive.
Back in the house.
All right, hello and welcome back. We are Andrew and Juka. We're His and Hers Live. We are your casters for this evening, and we are already done with 4 games, getting ready to start the second to last game in the very first qualifier of Split 2 of the Oversight Hyperlux series. We had already done one of these splits, 6 amazing weeks. The best of the best NA teams competed, and like we said, it was a qualifier and a 5K event. Top 10 teams from the qualifiers get to move over to the 5K event. Based off their performance in the 5Ks, they then received placement points, which allowed them an invite to the $20,000 playoff. Each split is valued at $50,000. One of the largest Apex Legends series, second to ALGS.
Shabby. Not too shabby. Yeah, and that last game, if you just tuned in, we had C9 dead last, getting a dub with a lot of kills. So we're about to see scores in a moment. C9 is going to be making a big jump with some momentum as well. Another team I want to shout out too, Team Smiley. Got my good buddy Sang on that team. They're running a Catalyst. Not only a new team, but running a Catalyst. Team Smiley in second place with 33 points, holding it down. I'd love to see that. It does look like C9 coming all the way up in the 10th place. Not quite top 5 like I predicted, but look at the points. It's all really, really close.
No, Andrew, look, between 5 and 10, just a couple of points. And you know what? I'm taking that back. Between 3rd and 10, just a couple of points. This might be one of the closest point-wise qualifiers I have ever seen.
Yeah, Bots has 45 points, so a pretty decent lead, but how many teams have 20-something points? That's a lot of teams with 20-something points. So
that just goes to show that these next 2 games, we could see the scoreboard shake up quite a bit. You know, just because you're sitting there in 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th place, that is not enough. You cannot relax. You need to treat this as if it were a game 1. And that's one thing that I noticed that when we were talking to some of the other teams, is even if you go into something with a big lead, you want to treat it like it is a brand new tournament. Like you're starting out with 0 points. Just because you're sitting up there with a lead, you don't coast. You do not change your gameplay. You pretend you were starting fresh each and every game. And here we go with 60 players starting fresh, 20 teams right now, game 5.
yeah, easier said than done. Oftentimes in sports, when a team gets the lead, they often relinquish the lead. It's a mental thing. It's really, really hard to overcome. Sometimes you let the foot off the throttle a little bit. So the teams in the top there are really going to have to have superior mental focus and not drop the ball here with only a few games left.
With those points, like we said, you guys in chat can do exclamation point now and see the scores on your end, but so many teams less than 5 points separating the middle of the pack. Anything can happen in this next game right here. But so far, it's looking pretty good for Bots. Bots overall in first place. They have a nice lead. They've been playing exceptionally well, very consistent. And again, no team at Dome. Still, no one's landing down in Dome. We are seeing 2 teams Climatizer, 3 teams in Fragment. No one really even landed the Overlook area. Season might end up looting that no-name, getting the beacon, and then moving over to Overlook.
Yeah,
and look
I like
at the
that.
zone. Teams are going to want to rotate up to Epicenter kind of quickly with this zone.
Yeah.
Because that's going to provide them with most likely the most high ground. Maybe even that bridge over here. But pretty good for the teams up here in Climatizers. We'll go ahead and take a look at C9 as they are fighting for this spot on drop.
Yeah, the fact that a team landed landslide to me normally means there's not going to be much contesting. But yeah, we have Epicenter and Overlook available for landing right now. It does look like BRD is contesting Climatizer because Climatizer is a juiced loot area. So yeah, if BRD can run C9 out of Climatizer, that would be great. I just don't see I don't imagine C9's gonna give it up ever. So I don't know how this is ever gonna work out for these teams.
You know what I just noticed when we were looking at the aerial view of all the teams over in Fragment, Andrew? 9 players. 3 teams were there, and there was only 1 blue shield. Everyone else had white shield. And if that does not give me flashbacks as to why TSM stopped landing in Fragment because of they were complaining about the loot pool in Fragment, I mean, they knew what they were talking about. They absolutely knew what they were talking about. Fragment always, you know, early on, ALGS Season 1 and 2, that was their spot. That's where they land. That's where they go. And the loot was just not giving them what they wanted. And I
Yeah.
see why, with 9 people landing there and only 1 person with a blue shield.
Mm-hmm. At some point, you have to just stop. You have to stop hoping that good things are going to happen, and you just have to make a decision. So, you like the idea of TSM landing over at Lava Siphon these days, and the teams are just rotating peacefully across the map, taking redeploys at will. No one's even shooting.
You
Very
see
casual.
OXG and Dark Zero kind of rotating in together here. Dark Zero most likely sees them. Not sure if they saw Dark Zero. Laying a little low here. Great shields out of them, and they're going to go behind this rock here and Valk ult. I did see on the left-hand side of my screen another Valk ult at the same time, as a lot of teams are making their way to the Overlook no-name area.
Yeah, where no team is actually landing on drop. So, wide open. Teams are just going to be coming into Overlook and finding fresh stores of loot as well. So, Overlook's going to be a great place to be for all the teams. Dark Zero landing over at the high ground here. Lots of buildings for teams to occupy and gatekeep each other. Valkyries are going to allow teams to get in the very back of Overlook. So, we're going to see a lot of teams on the oil canisters in the back. A lot of teams can coexist here.
I think it's going to pull more to the Climatizer side, but we can see CLG holding the tunnel position with the Loba. They're going to be able to pull loot as teams do die. And yes, we are live in Game 5. I see a question there with that. We are live in Game 5, second to last game of these qualifiers. You can do exclamation point now in chat to see the scores, the current standings. In between the games, we are going over the scores. And you can see a little bit of, is that stick drift? Is that what that was right there? A little bit of a slight turn.
Oh, yeah. Lots of stick drift in these lobbies. I think 80% plus are on roller these days. And it does look like Sentinels maybe pushing a fight against BRD. And, yeah, Sentinel's going to get aggressive here. Rocking the new member tech today. Sinox leading the charge with the 301 and no knocks yet. Does look like BRD is going to take a little bit of a retreat as they fall back. Sentinels continuing to push. Taking some damage on the entry, though. Sentinels might regret this pretty soon if they don't make any headway. And they might, yes, look at this Sentinels crust getting big angles on the outside. Does look like Vayne also has a pretty good angle too. So yeah, both teams standing pretty strong.
Okay, I do see that OXG ended up going down. They came out really strong at the start of this tournament tonight. I've had a couple of not ideal games. That Horizon ult's going in. Reeds is able to get in front of it, pop up, and maybe look, but does not have cover. And that is going to backfire. Reeds down, Reeds out. That is absolutely going to backfire. Not having the cover and just, you know what, Sentinels playing a little bit tighter together, a little bit more patient out of Sentinels. Kind of love to see it.
Here we
Sentinels
go.
looking good. They are absolutely looking good. They're one of the teams that needs some big points. You guys can see them in the leaderboard with only 13 points currently. Going to shoot that Horizon going up, and you know what? That is no problem for Senox as they're going to take BRD out.
Unfortunate there for BRD. They couldn't leave Climatizer. They're trying to get out. Sentinels has been prowling the edge today. Sentinels seems pretty confident in their fighting. They're cruising the edge like great white sharks. They do have the Horizon. Sentinels with the Horizon, they feel pretty strong with that, considering a lot of teams, like we said today, opting to run the crypto and play a more passive comp. So Sentinels definitely has a superior fighting comp.
Oh my, speaking of a superior fight right here, look at what E8 is doing, and these train cars right here just taking out one of our top team stormtroopers right there. Not sure exactly what happened there, but it was fast, and you know what? I see a Fuse. I love watching Fuse in comp. I think Fuse is slept on. I think Fuse is great legend, and we already have 5 teams eliminated. 5 teams out. This game's playing out a little bit faster than I feel like the last game and the games on Storm Point. So E8's going to loot up, and FaZe, you can see them holding a position right there in the tunnel.
Nice gatekeep. The zone's probably going to pull maybe further to the Overlook side. I don't know. That bridge is really nice to gatekeep teams with. It is. It's kind of a choke point there.
It really, really is.
Landslide action about to go down. Yeah, that is a gatekeep? That ESA, and then they're going to be gatekept by that season. Yeah, here we go. Oh, how did they get? Wait. Wasn't there a team watching them? I'm surprised they got the scan off there. Pretty surprising. They didn't get shot. I'm very confused on these two teams on how they're not fighting each other. Maybe we were seeing through the wall there. That could have been it. I think we might have seen through the wall there. I was so confused how he was able to hit the scan there. Sentinels at the top might run into tripods. Sentinels and tripods would be a pretty spicy fight. Both teams very comfortable in 3v3s.
I think we might also have Rack possibly fighting ESA and in a whole nother part of the map. But let's go ahead and take a look at FaZe as they're going to push in here.
Ooh.
Can't push in too far. Snipe going down.
Oh my, the tracking!
Slurp. I love watching Slurp, but that is not enough. FaZe eliminated there. Well done. You know what? They didn't have good shields, Andrew, going into that fight. But you know what they did have is they had the building and they had the defense set up.
God.
They had the defense set up, so they were able to hold off a vicious attack.
Did you see the tracking there? Are we gonna talk about it?
I saw it. I'm used to, dude.
The center of his crosshair didn't deviate a centimeter from the guy's chest.
Yeah, I see it. I
see it, and I don't. My brain doesn't understand it. I just.
Good.
Sinox. Okay. Yeah, Sentinels. They do have the hill over there. They're on the very top side. Tripod's taking the tower, and yeah, Tripod's in a pretty solid spot here for this fight. If Sentinels wants to take it, neither team in zone right now. Trying to rotate from the far side. Tripods and Sentinels would be a good fight. I don't foresee these teams fighting here, though.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen Tripods win some fights against some very strong teams in a fair 3v3, but this is definitely a good call for them. 40 seconds left, zone 2 closing, and they just have to get to the other side of the circle. So, smart call from them. They do not want them on their backside, though, so they're going to have to keep their heads on a swivel as they continue to rotate in. And how is this open? They're just going to get some zone knowledge here. If they might not even need it. They might want to continue to rotate in, but why not? Two of the teammates didn't make it. Going to throw the Horizon tack down for the rest of the team to quickly get up there. See a couple people asking about Dark Zero. You see them on your screen right there. Also, you can see CLG still playing low ground underneath. And we just have so many teams in this overlook area.
Yeah, lots of buildings for teams to coexist here in the end zone. It's going to be interesting to see what happens here. We do see up in the map, you can see it's definitely pulling more towards the overlook side than it is the epicenter side. Yep. So these teams are going to be safe here for a bit. Dark Zero looking for some points. Also, only with a few points today. Super strong team, new to NA right now, and they are trying to get comfortable alongside these other crazy stacked teams.
I think this is going to be one of those zones, Andrew, where we see like 3 different areas with just different fights happening all at the same time. This is an area where it has lots of buildings, so we could see very well 12 teams plus alive even after zone 3 closes. But we're going to have most likely 1 or 2 more teams eliminated here with ESA making this big attack. Getting the crack, gonna go back up to high ground here, getting stunned a little bit by the bang bombs.
Yeah, Bangalore making less of an impact today than I thought. I was thinking I was gonna see more Bangalores, but we're seeing all the cryptos instead.
I can't believe how many catalysts we're seeing too.
Yeah.
You know, with Furia not playing in the lobby, I didn't think we'd see anyone playing Catalyst.
I agree with you there.
Furia, the first pro team to play Catalyst in a competitive tournament. I wonder if they'll be playing them.
All right, we're looking at teams slept on right now, and with a little bit of a gatekeep and an edge fight, this edge fight could be potentially safe to take, considering most teams have already rotated to overlook in the zone. Yeah, and they're looking at ESA. Both teams pretty well entrenched with good head glitches, so I don't think it's probably not going to be great openings as far as big damage goes here.
No, and everyone's, like you said, everyone's made it into zone. They're leaving. Those are some beautiful scout shots out of Phony. Not going to be able to capitalize on them, though, as much as they want to, because you could see there is another team that's hiding on the other side there, Sang getting some shots.
That is
Sang
Smiley.
has the angle.
And where is Sang's team? I saw Sang in the cut. Oh, they might be downed. Smiley might have been pushed out. Like I said, Smiley's been having a fantastic day. I think Sang is the only one up. Yes, as we see,
He is
trying to vacate the premises.
Yeah, he's gonna back up there. That smoke. I mean, I feel like that smoke was like extra thick for whatever reason. Was there a silent
I hope
buff
so.
on the
I hope
bang
so.
smoke? I feel like I've been getting kind of lost in bang smoke too. We've seen a lot more bangs on the map, and you can see they're trying to get some of the shots there. ESA really wants to get them out of the lobby. Might run into CLG if they're still living underneath the tunnel, and they sure
Ooh.
are. Andrew, this
Trapdoor spider. My man's about to get murdered. Oh, he decided
Sam
not
going
to.
through it. He maybe, I don't know. You know what? He was dead either way. He was dead either way. GG, good try. You have one more game to earn a spot. We go again. He would have been dead if he went in the tunnel. He would have been dead if he went up high ground. It's one of those things that there was just no good play to do right there as a Bangalore. And looking at the overall view here, I really am liking where Sentinels are, Andrew. No one's going to rock up behind them. They have control. They're safe for next zone with a sliver there. They are not safe for the following zone, but they do have ultimate high ground, and I love that position. So I'm thinking 100 Thieves going through it right now. Absolutely to the hands of Rack, it looks like. Getting stunned and knocked and electrified right there. Scurry Vax down.
Yeah, Tripod's also in quite a good position. They are on the bridge I was talking about earlier that does have a good gatekeep as far as a choke. Looks like Rack and Tripods might be fighting here in a second with the remnants of 100 Thieves nearby too. 100 Thieves was eliminated, so this is Rack and Tripods, and it does look like they're going to full send here, and Rack getting absolutely melted.
Great Mastiff shots, though, but, you know, just they were poking and...
Tripods just put down the thunder.
They really did, but those were some beautiful Mastiff shots. I feel like he put out so much more damage than he took right there, but it was not going to be enough. And I think we have another team. Sentinels are now going to try to push this team earlier that took out FaZe. And it is looking like they are just too strong. Absolutely too strong. You cannot push this building. It doesn't matter if they have white shields or now they're even more stacked with the loot.
Yeah.
Oh, they kind of got pushed out of the building, though.
HCE rolling in right now. This is going to be a lot of loot left on the table. That is Sentinels eliminated.
Wow. They took out FaZe. They took out Sentinels. They are doing a great job of holding that position, holding that building. And now they have 6 death boxes there with their names written on them.
ESA continue to move in from Fragment side. They have the high ground, which is actually pretty solid. It does look like Tripods pushing down. Interested in this loot. Is this Tripod trying to go in? It looks like Nick might have gotten knocked, so they're going to have to back up using the ult as a distraction more than a offensive push. And it does look like HCE is going to get angles. This is going to be a 2v2. HCE versus Tripods with Nick Merckx down. Can they pull it off?
Oh,
the
what
last
a
one up.
swing.
Tripod's able to get the res off, and it looks like they're going to be able to get the cleanup. They're going to have about 17 boxes over here to loot.
Okay, Tripods, there are no shields to be swapped there. They're going to have to heal everything up. As you can see here, we're finally starting to see a fight over on this other side of the map. This is one of those zones I had said earlier where we're going to see fights on basically 3 different areas based off where these teams are just clustered together. As we have a new team down here that is now holding this low ground. This is Team Slept On. Team Slept On.
Would
you guys
you
can check and do
rather?
exclamation point now to see the current scores. They're looking pretty good, though. They're in 3rd place.
Would you rather have your team name Slept On or Team Bots?
Slept On. Slept On is Slept On is insinuating that you're good. Bots is just a troll name.
But what if you're on Slept On and you're in 20th place? How do you explain it?
Well, you know, these players are all so good. Someone has to get 20th. Someone has to get 20th place. You know, the team that gets 20th place one week could get first the next. I really just think that's how these teams are, and that's how close they are.
All right, Slept On going in. Are we going to be able to stand up to the name here? It does look like 2 players going down, potentially to zone on the edge here. Zainu, the last one up. Dark Zero in the kill feed as well. Psycho fighting. This is going to be a mosh pit. 4 teams on top of each other. And Dark Zero might come on top here. Dark Zero has all 3 members up still in the best position as far as gatekeeping. Gonna free kills, free shots in the back. Literally.
Ooh. What was that crypto doing?
Not free. Not free. Dark Zero's on 1 HP. Does he die? Not free. Because ESA came in behind Dark Zero. I thought Dark Zero was the last team in to the
Thought
mosh.
they were too.
No, ESA was the last team into the mosh. Whoever's the last team in ultimately always wins.
Oh my goodness, that would have been huge for Dark Zero. But you know what? They still need to be happy with that performance, even though their bodies do lie in that little trailer right there. But Dark Zero needed a lot of points. I'm not sure how many kills they had, if it was enough, but they are sitting right now only with about 3 points, I believe. No, excuse me, 8 points to their name. So not sure how much they will add with that, but here we go. Game 5. These are going to be the final moments.
Tripod's up. Triple reds. Tripod's
Yes.
feeling spicy this game. Looking for some points. ESA is going to be fighting them also with triple reds. ESA is going to be
ESA
stacked
has
as well.
high ground and the care package gun, though. High ground and the care package gun. This might be tough for tripods. And look at that zone. Look at that zone.
Ouch. Directly on top of ESA. They have 17 armor swaps. They have every single possible gadget and gadget they could ever find in the boxes. I don't see how ESA loses this game.
ESA in the bottom 5 of the tournament as well. Look at all of the death right there. That is a pile. That's a pile of loot. Okay, ESA on high ground, all alive and well. And they need big points. They want to play in the 5K later this week. They absolutely do.
What could tripods possibly do? We have 2 full teams and 1 rat. The rat is safe because there's a very much a lack of seer today. The rat exists. This is very rare to see a rat alive this stage in the game. They do have it. They have a seer. What is happening here? Does the seer? Yeah, the seer. Okay, yeah, seer. There's somebody back there. Can we deal with the?
Can he hear you, Andrew?
Maybe he can. I might be in his ear. Sorry, okay. Rat.
You just took this rat out here.
Sorry, rat. That's my B.
Oh, the team slept on going out there, and
that
we have the double bubble.
Tripods that gives tripods the opportunity to come up the hill. The fact that they went low ground to kill the rat.
They did, and tripods took advantage of that. Can they capitalize on this? That was such a good quick call. Nick going down. Look at that. The RE45 just doing some work. Oh my, 130 plus right there. Capper not even going to take time to heal. Trying to provide a little more damage. Teammate calling it out. Had to fake the bat. Going up to high ground as he drops down. And ESA do win. ESA with a big game right there. They needed that, Andrew. They really, really did.
Yeah, Nick Merck's getting caught out a little bit because that RE45 puts down massive damage. There's no room to have any misstep when somebody has an RE45. Nick tried to peek on the edge a little bit. Got caught on the terrain there trying to climb up on the rock. And that RE45 literally melted his entire 225.
Take a look at one of the replays here. This was a fight. This was a really good fight out of E8. I remember they just cleaned that up pretty quickly. And here's a look at your winners of Game 5. Let's see some of their rotation.
Yeah, that's Sang right there. Rip Sang. Hey, they're doing great otherwise. This is Rack just getting absolutely melted. Look at their health.
Look at these master shots.
That was
right
Nick
here.
Merckx with the 1 mag with the car. You know Nick Merckx loves the car. Yeah, Sentinels tried to take this fight. Sentinels had the bridge we saw earlier today. Opting to go down and fight at the building. Trying to get some KP. Sentinels.
HCE did a really good job of fighting off some very strong teams. Beating FaZe in that building in a 3v3 and also even beating what was Sentinels right there. So HCE with some good fights. They were looking polished, and like I said, they were at a disadvantage in that first fight too with I think they all had white shields. So what a game. I love seeing a team that's in the bottom half of the lobby coming back and winning. We just saw it in the previous game with C9. Team in last place coming and getting a dub, going all the way from 20th to 10th place. And now we're going to see how far up the leaderboard is ESA going to go based off the dub that last game. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break. We'll get some scores up to you guys right when we come back. Swing.
Tripod's able to get the res off, and it looks like they're going to be able to get the cleanup. They're going to have about 17 boxes over here to loot. Come on top here. Dark Zero has all 3 members up still in the best position as far as gatekeeping. Gonna free kills, free shots in the back. Literally.
Ooh. What was that crypto doing?
Not free. Not free. Dark Zero's on 1 HP. Does he die? Not free. Because ESA came in behind Dark Zero. Yeah, okay, yeah, Seer, there's somebody back there. Can we deal with the...
Can he hear you, Andrew?
Maybe he can. I might be in his ear. Sorry,
Okay.
Rat.
You just took this rat out here.
Sorry, Rat, that's my B.
Oh, the team slept on going out there, and
That
we have the
does
double
give
bubble.
tripods.
Handers go off.
Where's he going?
I don't know, but Team Ass. Yeah, Yanya.
Oh! They just have a really good spread. What satisfying shots! Where are tripods? I'm watching 2-0. Team of the friend with a 201 beam ski right there. They're all up there. Again, you gotta love G2's comp. And amazing shots out of Chaotic. That just does not look natural at all as he cleans up not 1 but 2 players there. Oh, they're gonna fight. I'm taking over the screen here as Ronnie's doing some big damage with the R9 and the PK and only going down.
I'm crouching here. The team on the height. They're down. Peek them now. Southwest open field. All in the open. Wildcat shot. Cracks here. We gotta kill you now. Swing left on the rock. There's a ridges on me. All stunned. I have 6 nades. I'm nade stacking them.
I'm pushing them.
So many nades. Stun 1.
Kill one.
Cracked the other.
I'm batting.
On the other. Cracked. He's 1. The other team's still alive.
Nice.
I'm swinging left. I have no health. I have no getting health. I have your swing. 100. Nice 4.
I'm pushing.
They're still alive. I'm nading them. They're still 2 alive. Good nades. Good nades. Dead. I have no more ammo. Oh my god. Wait.
Nice.
Boys, what the f? Oh my god. We came alive.
Last game. We are good to go. And you can bring it back in, okay?
Yeah, let's go.
What did you do, Andrew? Perfect.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
Yeah.
2, 1.
Let's go. What's up, guys? We're back in the house. Listeners live here. We're going into the final game on World's Edge. Really spicy with the scores. We had so many teams within about 10 points of each other going into last game, and we had a couple teams that were low in the points today just have really good results. So I think we're going to have a really good last game.
I think so. All right, we are going to take a look at the scores before we get into the last game. Andrew did convince me to finally stand up for the last game as well. He's been standing during this casting, and he's been telling me that's the secret. That's the secret. It's the extra energy that's needed to get through 6 games. All right, and here we are. Look at those scores. Team Bots still on top. Team Bots feeling pretty good with 57 points. Andrew, look at ESA after that game. Are my eyes lying? Second place, 42 points. Well done, ESA. Tripods also in the top 3. Slept on, Smiley, HCE, FaZe, CLG, Storm Troopers, and Free Agents in the top 10 right now. We're gonna have to keep a close eye on OXG, 100 Thieves, E8, C9, BRD, Sentinels, and you know what? At this point, Dark Zero even have 15 points. If they have a massive game, they could even squeeze in to a top 10 spot, which will mean they can play on Friday in the $5,000 weekly tournament.
Let's keep in mind, top 10 is what we're going for today. Top 3 would be great for overall morale, but top 10, we had a couple teams right on the bubble there. 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th place. Those teams are going to be really sweating it out. Try to get a few plays, get in that top 10 so that they can be in the finals later in the week.
And I want to say thank you, Andrew. I really do feel much better. I'm so excited for this last game. Standing is exactly what I needed. So you know what, guys? If you're sitting down right now and you're feeling a little low energy, I highly encourage you, just go ahead, stand up. Bring your phone with you. Move your screen up a bit if you can. Stand up with us in this last game here as we watch these 20 teams compete for a top 10 spot. All right, we're probably going to go over to Climatizer because that's where the early action has been. But Climatizer, one of those POIs that's large enough to allow both teams to loot up for a bit. Again, I'm just super surprised to see Dome, but look at that zone. Did you see? Looking pretty good. Take it over, Andrew.
Yeah, what's happening here? Instead of BRD and C9 coexisting, we are going straight in, and that is Naughty taking a Hemlock burst straight to the back of the head. Aiden the Destroyer getting the work done. It does look like Zach Mazer and Rocker super split, which could have been part of the plan, but BRD taking the fight to C9 this time.
All right. BRD, all players alive and well. Blue shields, guns looking okay. Bullets looking a little low. They need to capitalize on this fight quickly and take advantage of C9 having some knocks.
Yeah, Horizon going in. This is what Horizon does best. Aggression. We got the Volt. Hemlock reads on the Volt. Not going to miss a single bullet here.
Here we go with most likely going to be a C9 cleanup. Where?
Vayne.
Vayne. With the punches.
Vayne. Don't get thirsted, Vayne.
Don't punch a Mastiff.
All
C9
right.
out. C9 out. Okay, C9 had a really big game in the previous one 2 games ago. I don't know if that's going to be enough for them to hold a top 10 spot. I do not know. They're going to have to just sit and wait.
Already.
Oh, it is
not.
Oh, they
12th or
weren't.
13th.
No, you're right. They were in 14, so that is not good. We will not be seeing them
Back to the drawing board. Not easy to be contested on drop.
It's really not. It absolutely is not. So we'll probably see them again next week in the qualifiers, and I bet we'll see them. I bet we'll see them again in the 5Ks. I am sure of it. All right, you can already see how the map has started to rotate as everyone wants to head towards that countdown area. People are going to encroach in on FaZe's turf. That's where FaZe is. That's where they want to be, as there's a team leaning right behind them. What is FaZe going to do to answer that?
Yeah, FaZe, they were trying to hold the bridge. They were trying to play split a little bit. But yeah, Bots doesn't care. They're already in one of the main buildings, putting very precise. Look at these. Look at the precision here. Watson fences down. And all the other teams rotating in. Definitely going to be some fights on rotation here. E8 running smack into a team that's going to run towards the tower. E8 needs some big points as well today.
Love to see the fuse ult. Again, I say it every time we spectate a team with the fuse. It just puts a smile on my face. I love it. The knuckle clusters, the ring of fire, and a fuse paired with a horizon is just one of the most beautiful things. If you can time those ults together, you can just rain terror on a team. Just completely make them move or suffer the consequences.
Yeah, it looks like Season in the cut here. Taking shots downrange with the G7. I'm not sure who stuck low ground there. That is, I don't know. How are there so many? Were there 2 solos down there? That's not looking good for whatever those teams are. And we do have, is that HCE over in the trailer?
It is. It is. HCE's been doing a really good job of showing that they can hold a tight area and still win. They fought so well last game.
So that was,
do it again.
got it. I see what just happened there. That was part of the HCE team just going to clean up the rat. HCE's holding down the trailer here. This makes all the sense now. And it does look like they got a knock and a thirst on Klein from about 1,000 yards away. Season's over in that cut they're shooting at that you can barely see.
I can't believe they got the thirst that quickly. That was a really, really good knock and thirst. Great game out of HCE. Now, HCE is already sitting pretty fat with points, 30 points. They just want to make sure they have a spot.
Yep.
Faye's still alive and well. That is where they land. They're not going to have to leave. We are in the last and final game. If you're just tuning in here, hi guys, hello, hello. Last game of tonight's qualifier.
OXG about to get bum rush on the backside of their tunnel. OXG, I don't think there's any way they can live, but HCE is getting pressured from their back as well. So the third parties are piling up here. It is going to be an absolute train wreck. OXG stuck in the tunnel, and they're just fighting for their lives. They know they're trapped on both sides. E8's definitely going to take out OXG here. And E8 needs the points. E8 not quite in the top 10 right now. And this is Tripod's coming in behind E8. Tripod's going to clean up E8. So like I said, multiple teams back to back.
Don't count it out yet. E8 was all alive. They maybe didn't have much health, but they were alive. And that is a good crack with that there. They are in a Seer ult. Fire everywhere. Tripods, look at this. See, Tripods playing tight, playing together. They're going to have to dodge these knuckle clusters here. That is from the enemy horizon.
Here we go, Tripods.
Okay.
I predicted the future.
You were right. Okay, I'll give you that one. Tripods winning that as they take them out.
100 Thieves interested in this, but it's a little late. Tripod's going to be able to reset in the tunnel. 100 Thieves interested in the HCE fight. They're going to go ahead and play it a little bit safe. Yeah, don't push Tripods now. It's too late. They have about 4 armor swaps in the cave.
They do, but they do not want to fight in that tunnel. It makes me nervous because the team could easily be on the other side. Just put Tripods now in the same pinch that they just put that other team.
At some point, the third parties will stop at the tunnel, but we're not sure which ones yet. Tripods, I think, are going to be safe long-term in there. 100 Thieves also need some points today. 100 Thieves looks for
27 points.
Yikes. Yeah.
27 points for 100 Thieves right now. They're sitting in 12th place overall. So they do need to beat one of those teams that is ahead of them to guarantee a spot in Friday's 5K. Top 10 teams from tonight will play in Friday's $5,000 Hyperlux Oversight circuit. All right, here we go. Take a look at the overall map. You can see we do still have a team hanging out, taking their sweet time, rotating in up in epicenter. Tripod's a little bit split, taking the other side. They did push through the opposite side of the tunnel, and I agree with that call because 100 Thieves kind of claimed the other side of that tunnel, and they just do not want to get pinched because Team Bots, look at that, Team Bots could even rotate around and just kind of push them in there. Now, I don't think Team Bots is going to want to leave because they are in a wonderful spot, looking at where that zone is pulling.
Yeah, Tripod's holding down the north side. Skyhook, they might just stay there if they have the Valkyrie. They could stay there and rotate super late. I think the zone is going to pull definitely down outside of Skyhook, though, but I don't think anyone's going to, well, yeah, I don't think anyone will push the Tripod, so they're going to be safe for a while. They have a couple KP. They might just sit on that.
Yep. Okay, we can see this team rotating in here, and
the BRD
final game. They might run into, I'm not sure if they're going to go the Skyhook side. They're either going to run into Tripods if they decide to go Skyhook, or they're going to run into 100 Thieves if they go through that cut right there. Let's take a look outside of staging. I love these aerial views. They're so beautiful. It gives a really good idea to see where everyone is. You can see Luda just chilling in a little nook right there in that rock. ESA have to feel pretty good about that last game. I cannot believe how quickly and how far they went in points. All right, we're waiting for the zone to close probably before we... No, they're going to go ahead and hit that, get some more information. Information that we already know because we had the next zone shown on our screen. But let's see how that dictates which way they rotate. If they go through the tunnel right near that construction building, they're going to run into Dark Zero. Dark Zero really does need some points. And Andrew, do you think Dark Zero stands any chance? How exciting would that be? Dark Zero with a 30-point game. They could make it happen.
Big dub. I would be pretty stoked. I'd be pretty stoked. Tripods already in for the final event. Like we mentioned, they're already qualified today in the top 10. Pretty sturdy. They're up in 3rd place. Dark Zero was the other team I was telling everyone to watch out for. I think it would be awesome if they could get a huge game here, but you know, I would say I would give it about a 4% chance of happening.
We've been seeing that happen, though. In these qualifiers, especially, just one big game, one 25 to 30-point game, just allowing a team that could maybe have, 4 0-point games leading up to that. I don't know about you, but I like to see consistency. I like to see consistency pay off. Teams that are constantly getting that top 5 position. Maybe it's not a ton of kills, rather than a team that's been getting 0, 0, 0, 0, 30 points, but... it does make it more exciting for us to watch. Indeed. Okay, Stormtroopers. Stormtroopers ended up with a dub earlier tonight. They've been in the top half of the leaderboard, but they did move down a bit after that last game.
Oh, Tripods. I think this is a rat. This is part of a rat team.
It is.
Yeah, and I think that might be the last team on Smiley.
They had to thirst.
Huh.
They had to thirst.
Where is the rest of Team Smiley?
I don't know, but guess what? Nick Merckx is a seer, and he will find him.
Interesting.
He will find him.
We have
faith.
They're eliminated.
We have faith in Dark Zero. You got to pay some respect to the reigning ALGS champs, without a doubt.
Wait. You said a 30-point game. Is that what you said?
I said they need about, 25 to 30-point game.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, to get a 25 to 30-point game right now is going to be a low percentage. I'm giving it about a 4%.
Okay, that's fine. You just pulled that number out of where, but that's fine.
So that was Smiley. They did get eliminated. We have 13 squads up now, and the zone is going to pull right onto the mountain. So that's going to be pretty bad news considering there's so many teams up, and that is not going to be much space to play. Tripods is safe still on that side, so all they have to do is hold out 100 Thieves from coming out for the next zone. We can see the next zone, although, is definitely not safe for Tripods, so they'll have to be reconsidering their position in about 4 minutes.
You know who else is safe? Bots. And do you see their position? I don't know who... Does anyone know if Bots has a captain or a manager? Because they are a coach, because they are in such a great spot and have been playing extremely consistent all night. First place team, 57 points so far. Let's take a quick look and see what Slept On's doing as they rotate in here. They might go face-to-face. I'm not sure where Dark Zero was. I forgot to look where they were. They might fight them right up here.
Yeah, I think they might. I think there was... Yeah, there's definitely a team in Landslide.
Got bandits out there.
And
I think they know.
also not a great way for Slept On to Valk ult unless they go out of the tunnel, which is a little bit risky considering there's a team on...
Oh, look,
there's Dark Zero.
teams there. Dark Zero, having a team push through that tunnel, they're going to be the first team that they face. That's not going to be good for them with Rack right behind them. And then another team right there. So, look at them. They're going to rotate around. That's that's a very safe call. They're probably going to rotate around and maybe Valk ult.
Yeah, there's no other option. There's no other option. That Landslide side is well occupied already.
Really is. There were 3 teams sitting there. And speaking of well occupied, look here, Andrew. Why do we have so many teams here? 100 Thieves has rotated out a little bit. They were holding the tunnel edge, but they somehow rotated around the other side of the rock.
BRD.
3 teams here.
Here we
face
go.
to face.
That is Reeds coming in with the big damage from the Volt. Aiden the Destroyer, also one of those people who doesn't miss any bullets. Horizon
Oh.
coming in, and we're getting down.
Watch this. Watch this, he says. Look at that right there. I love watching Aiden on Horizon. He provides some huge pop-off moments. And you can see here, they're taking space in this, taking an aggressive position, rotating up, but they need to be careful because you can see a team, although they're on low ground behind them, rotating around, going to probably either push them right into 100 Thieves. BRD super pinched.
Yeah, Reeds goes down. BRD in a bit of a pinch for sure, and they're going to try to retreat, but this is slept on. They came from the tunnel, which we were just watching. They did grab the kill there. Jin Burton also downing one of the players. Dark Zero going to rotate behind them.
Ooh, wow,
in the mix.
they pushed through. Let's go. Dark Zero needs to capitalize on these kills. This could be huge for them. Can we please get some hype for Dark Zero here? Getting some points that they so desperately need. All 3 players alive and well.
Nice.
Pushing up.
I do want to say the 4% is now 7% that Dark Zero could pull this off. So we're at 7%. Oh, BRT and Kara also out in the tunnel. Tripods right up against 100 Thieves. Onmu going in with the flat line there. The full team, that's a thermite that's going to be pretty juicy. 100 Thieves going to try to get the res off. It gets canceled. It gets canceled. That's why you have to have us here right now to win these super close fights.
Fear, the legend that does it all.
Jint going in.
Great shots out of Deeds. Can Deeds stay
Tripods.
alive? He cannot. He's going to go down here.
Tripods winning the fight. Dark Zero on the edge. Gonna cancel the res, and they're gonna see how low Tripods is. Dark Zero gonna full send this. 3v2. Great shots out of Jin Burton.
They don't even care. They don't even care about the Zero. Kind of getting stuck there at the roof. That is a dangerous thing to do with that Horizon tack. Sometimes you can get stuck and just be a sitting duck in the air. And Dark Zero doing a great job of showing up at the perfect time for a lot of these fights. Nick, I think the solo Nick right here, getting the crack on Zero though. Kind of just saying, don't come this way, as those are warning shots.
Hey.
And let's take a look. FaZe just taking out, was that CLG right there? Dark Zero all together. Oh,
Oh my.
Did you guys just see them go one way and then a quick nope?
What?
I think they slid jump, turned all at the same time. I think one person is operating all 3 of these legends. That was beautiful.
Synchronized. In tandem. That's what you call one brain. You like to see it. It helps the team out.
One
And
brain.
Dark Zero is going to be moving out and right into a gatekeep. So
Oh, Andrew, this is bad. Look at the zone. This is bad. What do?
they're making the run. They're making the run.
They have to.
Now or never.
They have to commit to this.
Horizon's going to be pivotal here, and Zero goes out immediately. That was their one offensive play with the Horizon down. Dark Zero, I'm back at 4%. Shots out of Sharky, putting it in.
No,
Dark
no,
Zero is
no,
out
no.
to the zone. No, yeah, Dark Zero's out.
Tripods also, so it looks like the solo Nick went out somewhere, some way, but Dark Zero going down there. Were they able to get those kills? I do not know. I think they, I don't know. I don't know if they got those kills. We will see. We will see. I don't think that's enough points, but you know what? I've been seeing a lot of surprises so far tonight with this.
Who do we have
Let's
up?
see. FaZe. I told you, Andrew. FaZe landed here. Bots also. Look at them.
Oh,
They
man.
They Valk ulted so early and took that spot right next to FaZe, and they've been coexisting right there.
They have, yeah. FaZe literally landed and then went AFK for, I don't know, 21 minutes. And now they're thinking about what they have to do now.
No, they've been fighting. They just haven't, you know, traveled too far, but they've been fighting.
Do they have any? Oh, I think they do have a couple kills, actually. Okay.
Yeah, they do. They
I
do.
think they wiped. I know they wiped one team underneath them. That's just really fortunate zone pull, though.
Okay, taking a look at the 2 teams that are hanging out in this area right here. These teams are in a very, very good spot that has gotten them a top finish so far. This is Team Bots. Bots easily the most consistent team of the night. And they have done a great job with playing zone. I will say that is the one thing I've seen them do so early is they were the first team to rotate to this spot, other than FaZe, because FaZe landed there. So
Yeah, they did. They landed super early. We saw that was the one team that did make it in, and I was telling you about them putting the Watson fences up Juka, all these teams know the zone pools. How is bots doing this today?
That's what I was saying. I don't know who
Is
their
it luck?
coach is or if they have a coach. No, it's not luck. It's brains. It's brains and aims.
All the teams know the zones. They have the playbook.
Some know it better than others. I don't know. Some know it better than others. Some execute it better than others.
Huh.
There is no delay on this broadcast whatsoever. You guys are seeing live, real-time Game 6. I see you. You see me. And we're all about to watch the last couple of fights in this last game.
We got Season versus FaZe versus bots. And Season might be pinched in the middle here.
Last 3 teams right here.
Watson on 2 of the last 3 teams. Interesting.
All right, which 2 teams are going to have to fight first?
Let's nix that last part.
The team in the middle to me, yeah, and both teams are pinging. You can see that.
Mm-hmm. Season got griefed. It's Rack.
It's Rack. Sorry. Rack. So we got FaZe, Rack, and bots. Got you. Interesting. I think Rack's in the worst spot, but you know how that works sometimes. The zone's pulling directly to FaZe. FaZe has a huge... That's pretty lucky. The zone literally pulled right to the tip of that fence there for FaZe.
Yeah, it
So that
did.
that puts bots in the worst positioning now. They have to move first. Rack's gonna be taking side shots. I think bots might actually go low ground. I'm not sure how they move across high ground with FaZe right there. So I'm thinking maybe bots take some shots at Rack and then jumps off to low ground. Rack pulls in, fights FaZe, and then bots comes up for the win. I'm calling it.
Okay, you do not want to overpeak that. Slurp was looking. Almost taking the shield off right there. Andrew, my heart. I'm nervous. I'm ready for this last fight. What a standoff.
I just called the ending.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. All right, we're going to see the Seer ult down. We're going to probably see a couple of crypto ults here as well. All right, yeah, this is looking really good for FaZe. They are dropping low ground. Bots versus FaZe right now.
Do bots have a
Bots versus
horizon? If
FaZe.
they go low ground, there's no way for them to get back up height. Maybe I messed up.
You can't change now what you said. All right, here we go. Last 3 teams. Here we go. Horizon
Here we go.
up.
FaZe
They're
getting
landing.
pushed. This is what I said.
FaZe.
Look at this. FaZe getting pushed. FaZe has to drop low ground, getting pushed by Rack. And bots are going to clean this up. I hate to say it.
Last team to drop. All 3 alive and
When
up.
the wingman
Wingman
shots in,
shots.
it's a 2v2. The shots are going in, and bots take the win.
Tonight was all about the bots, baby.
Yeah,
Bots.
you saw it happening. You saw it happening. It's all about which team pushes which team at the end. Rack had to push one. They couldn't really push into the building that bots was holding. So yeah, the more sensible choice was to try to just jump on top of FaZe, since FaZe had no type of structure they were in.
All right, this was
Bots cleaning it
C9
up.
getting eliminated earlier on in this final game here. Some really big heartbreaks as we did see a couple of teams, the likes of C9 and the likes of Dark Zero, just need a huge game right there at the end, not be able to quite capitalize on the points that they needed. But let's take a look at some of the teams that did get the points tonight. Tripods being one of them. Slept On being another team. They were in 4th place before this last game.
Go. Tripods were pretty sturdy in the tunnel for a while. But ultimately, 100 Thieves did claim the tunnel. This tunnel had most of the action. There's often one place on the map, and it was that tunnel for sure.
That tunnel had a lot of boxes. That tunnel had a lot of drama. I thought Dark Zero, with them showing up perfectly at the 3rd time right outside the tunnel, then right in the tunnel, I thought that they could maybe pull it off and capture the points that they need. I think it's going to be a bit of a heartbreak when we see these final scores here. I do not have the final scores yet. Now, again, this was just a qualifier. Top 10 teams get to play again on Friday. Top 10 teams play on Friday. There were some amazing teams that are in that 11th through 20th spot, but don't worry, you will most likely see them again next week in the qualifier. We're going to go ahead and get the leaderboard up for you guys in just a little bit here. I do want to say thank you so very much, Hyperlux. Thank you so very much for the production team. It was, like I said, Andrew and I are super stoked to be involved with this tournament series. We have loved running events. We've been running and hosting Apex tournaments for almost 4 years, and I can't believe that. I know Apex hasn't been out 4 years yet, but I say almost 4 years because we started as soon as the game came out. But we love this game. We love running tournaments, and tonight's tournament was no different. Super exciting gameplay.
Yeah, overall scores, you know, I think bots definitely took home the dub today. Bots?
Oh, yeah.
Is that unsigned? Or bots? I know HTE's unsigned. We had a couple unsigned teams and a couple new teams as well. So a lot of the really good teams showing up and putting in some big work today. And a lot of the teams that have a lot of experience under their belt and time, not making the top 10 today. So back to the drawing board. A lot of teams showing up today with new compositions. Today was pretty interesting, almost a sandbox, if you will, you know?
Yeah.
So much new stuff happening.
Was. Andrew, I have the scores right now. I have the scores. I'm looking at them. Are you guys ready to see them? Here you go. These are your top 10 teams that have qualified on the left-hand side of your screen, going all the way from bots all the way down to Stormtroopers. Again, huge shout out to Stormtroopers, a challenger circuit team, showing that not only do they deserve a spot in this Hyperlux Oversight quals, that they're going to play in the main event later this week.
Man, you can just see too, so many new teams up there at the top 10, and then in the bottom 10, you get 100 Thieves literally tied for top 10. They don't make it in. They're gonna have to try again next week to qualify. So a lot of really good teams there in the bottom 10. Tripods definitely gonna be chest bumping it out after that today. Second place, 52 points.
But Andrew,
looking
10
up.
points. Do you see this? 10 points between 19th and 10th.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it was just the middle of the pack was so tight that it just could have gone any way for the teams that are right there on the left or the right hand side of your screen. 10 points between Sentinels and Stormtroopers. Like, it's just.
Yeah. There wasn't one team today that was dominating fights necessarily. You know, there were a lot of fights, and then it would always just be basically whatever team was last to ram in the third party. It was this team is this. No, that's the last team to come in third party. They would pretty much clean up all the kills and get the loot. So I don't know. I would say fighting wise today, there wasn't a team that really stands out. Was there one for you?
Well, I will say consistent wise, absolutely consistency wise, Team Bots are putting themselves in a superior position to do exactly what they needed to do and just play consistent all night long. And that's why they have 75 points earned at the top of the leaderboard. I'm excited to see if they can carry that momentum over to Friday's 5K. Again, guys, make sure you drop a follow here on the Hyperlux channel if you're not already followed. All of the Oversight series will be broadcasted on the Hyperlux channel. There will be a bunch of watch parties going on. I know Nicewig, I believe, is still doing watch parties. Andrew and I are going to be casting the qualifiers and only the qualifiers. So we will be also doing a broadcast and watch party on our own channel for the main events. But pull a tab open for everyone. Lots of ways where you can see every single bit of the action. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out with us, for spending part of your evening with us. And those were some great games. One of the closest qualifiers I think I've ever seen.
Yep. Yeah, it's super close at the end there. Like I said.
Yeah. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and call this call this up right here. We're so happy, and make sure you tune back in on Friday.
Yeah, cheers, guys.
Where?
Vayne.
Go ahead and do your restart like you need to real quick.
With the punches.
Vayne, don't get thirsted, Vayne.
Don't punch a Mastiff.
Aiden the Destroyer, also one of those people who doesn't miss any bullets. Horizontal coming in, and we're getting down.
Watch this. Watch this, he says. Look at that right there. I love watching Aiden on Horizon. He provides some huge pop-off moments. You can't change now what you said. All right, here we go. Last three teams. Here we go. Horizon
Here we go.
up.
FaZe
They're
getting
landing.
pushed. This is what I said. Look at this. FaZe getting pushed. FaZe has to drop low ground, getting pushed by Rack. And bots are going to clean this up. I hate to say it.
Last team to drop. All three alive and
Putting
up.
the wingman
Wingman
shots in.
shots.
It's a 2v2. The shots are going in, and bots take the win.
Handers go off.
Where's he going?
I don't know, but Team Ass. Yeah, Yanya.
Oh! They just have a really good spread. What satisfying shots! Where are tripods? I'm watching 2-0. Team of their friend with a 201 beam ski right there. They're all up there. Again, you gotta love G2's comp. And amazing shots out of Chaotic. That just does not look natural at all as he cleans up not one but two players there. Oh, they're gonna fight. I'm taking over the screen here as Ronnie's doing some big damage with the R9 and the PK and only going down.
I'm crouching here. The team on the height. They're down. Peek them now. Southwest open field. All in the open. Wildcat shot. Cracks here. We gotta kill you now. Swing left on the rock. There's a ridges on me. All stunned. I have 6 nades. I'm nade stacking them.
I'm pushing them.
So many nades. Stun one.
Kill one.
Break kill.
I'm batting.
On the other. Cracked. He's one. The other team's still alive.
Nice.
I'm swinging left. I have no health. I have nothing to heal with.